Happy Friday. Let me turn Instagram live on. We are live on all of the things. Going live on Instagram in a second. See if it lets me. Uh-oh. Why do you always do this to me? Go live. Go live. Preview. No, I don't want preview. Hopefully, check it live. We're live, right? We're having trouble. Oh my God, why? I'm not removing it. I was having trouble saying. I guess Instagram's having trouble. But we're live on all the other ones. Live on Twitter. Hey, Aim. Hey, and Dub. On YouTube, Twitter. Trying to get live on Instagram. It'll let me. We're having trouble streaming on Instagram. God, you're so stupid. I hate you. You're live. No. All right. Well, it sucks. Well, you guys can hear me. Hey, Larja. So it's Friday, and we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And if you're listening on the Hey Mamir, on the I can't talk. I have to go to chat. The whose side are you on the podcast side, and you want to come watch the crazy in person? I do the shows live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12:15, 12:30. And you can watch me fidget and go crazy. And then, and also I don't talk to myself. There's a live chat going, which I'm going to, drop the link in a little bit to go through Beverly Hills. And then we're going to talk about anti-lawyer. Hopefully I can get Cassandra on the live. Let me tell her that we're doing it real quick. This is a last minute thing. I want to talk about the anti-lawyer stuff. So it's the Crazy Days and Nights, the guy who does the blind items, who just basically is a predator. Basically, it's a whole big story. But the Daily Beast, there's an article on Twitter about it, but I'll go into it. Basically, he's a predator, and he was having an affair on his wife with this chick, Cassandra. I became friends with her now. I met her through Dana's Patreon. She has a Patreon to tell her story. It's wild what he's done, the lies that he's told. It's just so crazy, and all the tabloids have just picked it up. You guys are so awesome. I love you, love you, love you, love you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. It makes me feel better. Like today's the first day, like I've actually felt like myself, a little bit more like myself. So I love all of you. Thank you for always sticking by. Oh, you can see my tan. You can see my tan. For always sticking by, because I really appreciate you guys. I'm gonna talk to Sandra. She's gonna come on the show this week or it's Friday. She's gonna come on the show next week and tell her story live. Wait till you see, we got receipts and everything. Like, I mean, receipts. Like, this dude is on the level of like Scott Peterson and like Chris Watts. I'm not lying to you. It's wild what he did to her and what he did to his wife and his kids, and it's so crazy. Amy knows, and I think if Danny shows up, Danielle Peterson, she is spreading the story too. She was on the live with us last night. Yeah, is it a new moon? Is that what it is? I know. I missed you guys so much. Like, I miss you guys. We're going to have a cash trip soon to the Jersey Shore. I know, isn't it? And it's not like and Dumas didn't do it justice. Dumas is calling her a woman scorned. Yeah, she's a woman scorned, but dude, you don't know what he did. He Scott Peterson her. Like, he did like she was, oh my God, you don't even know the lies that he told his wife and what he told her. He told Cassandra that his wife was in a rehab and all it was, oh my God, it's nuts. She's going on Twitter, but she needs support. Like, she needs support. She's such a good girl. She's like 38. He's 55. And yeah, she exposed him. His name's John Nelson, by the way. But we're going to go to Beverly Hills first, and then we'll get into the NC stuff. I sent her the link. I should text her too. Oh, you guys, I see you on Instagram. Thank you. There you go. It's so nuts. He does the blind items, guys. And I was looking at his blind items. His blind items fucking suck. Oh, I know. You should come join a live. Everybody's talking about how much he's a scumbag that he is. But yeah, so we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about Beverly Hills first, but join the live if you want. Okay, get to my notes. Beverly Hills I'm enjoying Beverly Hills. I just think I need Erica to stop thinking she won something. Like, Erica, you didn't win anything. Like, you didn't win anything. I'm sorry, hon. I don't understand. Like, well, you don't understand, really. You don't understand. But so I really like them all getting along. I just like I wish Kyle would cut the bullshit with Mel. She's obviously, now that the show's over and they've had the reunion. Oh yeah, now Morgan's not in the picture anymore. All of a sudden, that's all dead down, right? And then she's wearing Team Mauricio shirts and she's saying how they're working things out. Hey Shay, hey Amy, I love you, love you. I said hi to everybody, right? I can't believe that now that the Instagram's broken. Instagram Live's broken. Yeah, I came on Wednesday and I did a little bit of Vanderpump and I just couldn't do it, guys. I was like, Amy, yeah, you should join it if you haven't already. Exactly, Erica, read the fucking room. But anyway, so they start by showing Kyle and Sutton finally and Trevor putting Marcia's ashes in something other than a box or a bag, or I guess it is a box, and they're gonna go get his ashes, put his ashes in the ocean, which I would have kept the ashes in the bag, then put them in a box, and then opened up the bag when I got to the water, and then threw the bag in there and just let the ashes just go out of the bag whenever they want. Like, just leave the bag open, because if not, they had Murphs all over them. Literally, Murphs was all over them, guys. But anyway, so it's really cute. I love Trevor, and I don't care what Kyle says. Kyle's like, "Oh, we don't know who this person is." Sutton just used this as a free trip to Spain, but you needed a cash trip, and you just had to go to Spain. So what the fuck? Like, it's like literally Kyle's always got some bullshit to say, and she's literally on social media talking shit. And I did not watch the after show, so if anybody else watched the after show, let me know. I look really tan, don't I? This like got the tan that's finally showing up on me. Could be the lighting, but anyway. So they're getting ready to go to the thing, getting in a Sprinter van to spread the ashes, piling at the Sprinter van again. I wish the Sprinter van, these ones always have cameras. It's amazing, right? But anyway, so they're talking about these things, the bears and the otters and all that crap. I know. They're complaining about a free trip to Spain. Exactly. And they had a good goddamn time. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, Mimir. Oh. Telling you, and you have a rooster. I want a farm. I want Julia's farm on oh my god, something's pulling my hair. One of my extensions pulling my hair. I want Julia's farm. Like, I want a farm, guys. We figured it out that it's February, and that's why we're going nuts, because it's like halfway through winter. Winter's almost over. But anyway, they're in the thing and they're calling them bears and otters and tops and bottoms, and they said that Andy's a power top. Doesn't surprise me. Well, Garcelle says it anyway. And then somebody's talking about a blouse. I didn't even know that was a thing. People can be blouses, which is a feminine top. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't need to know this stuff. And why are they talking about it? And who thinks they, like, Garcelle did slept with Storm's dad? I think she did. I'm not mad at it. God, this still pulling my hair. But anyway, so they get to the place and it's like, they're God, I can't take Sutton serious with her fucking sneakers. Did you guys see her sneakers, by the way? They had shamrocks on them. This chick makes I'm sorry. Like, first of all, her alimony $300,000 a month. Then what she makes on the show. Then what she makes on everything else. And you're wearing white ass sneakers that are dirty with shamrocks on them. I'm like, I couldn't not look at that. And to be fair, when they wore the red dresses for the flamenco thing, they looked hot. Every single freaking one of them looked hot. Okay, so don't get mad at me. I'm talking about the ugly ass sneakers. Sutton, you dress like a weirdo. Like, you just dress so. Sutton, I guess I'm not mad at it. I don't like sneakers. I mean, I have sneakers. I have a pair of fucking Jordans that are like 4 years old that I probably wore 5 times because I don't like to get them dirty, and I rarely wear them. But they'll never get like they're classic, and I'll wear them like once. I wore them 4 times. So I don't like sneakers. Like, and then the only time I really get dressed is here. Oh my god, this is pulling my hair. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry. Oh. All right, all better. Oh god, so much better. Oh god, it was like pulling a piece of my hair. My hair's so fake. You guys said that, but anyway. So they get to the place and they're gonna do the thing, and Merce goes all over everybody. Merce goes all over everyone. It's so weird. I would have just left him in the bag, and just let him go out to sea. And I wonder if she kept some of them. I would have to keep some of them. My father-in-law's in a Ziploc bag downstairs. Okay, I said to George, I said, babe, do you think Dad's in that box? We know he's in the box, but do you think he's in a bag? Is it like baggy? When we open it up, he's in a baggie. I know. It's like she's so rich that she just dresses like, and I guarantee those Shamrock sneakers were like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, right? It's crazy, witch eccentric. Yeah. I'm just so like Jersey Shore still. Ow. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm like still very Jersey Shore. I still can't get over. I cannot not tan every day in the tanning bed. And half of that's just because I like the tan, but I also like to the sun. Not the sun, but I lay in there and that's when I meditate. I meditate and I'll make the thumbnail that I'll meditate. And I'll do my like morning gratitude. But yeah, I do it every day before I get in the shower. Yeah, her vibe. Erica looks good. Like, I know everybody's on Ozempic. I'm about to go on Ozempic, okay? I'm literally about to go on Ozempic. I'm going to the doctor on, yeah, like a month still. Like 30 days, less than 30 days, I'm going to the doctor. And I'm going to go on it. There is no shortage here in Jersey. There's no shortage anywhere. And it's actually Weight Watchers. Oprah Winfrey is now on Ozempic. Well, been on Ozempic. She's like super skinny. But she's doing a thing with Weight Watchers. The Weight Watchers is teaming up with Ozempic, and it's going to be part of their thing. Amy, I just need to lose 20 pounds. I gained 30. I needed to gain 10, but I've gained 30, and I don't like it. I'm 150. That's a lot for 5 foot. Like, thankfully it's all even, but still, I don't like the way I feel. I don't have high blood sugar or anything. I would just do it to lose like 20 pounds. Like, I don't know. And the doctor said it's not a big deal. So I know Dana went on it and she lost 20 pounds. And she's like, I haven't been this skinny since high school. I mean, and like I was always I stayed about 120, 130. And like since high school, except for when I gained 100 pounds after rehab. Then I lost it. I lost it within like 2 years. I was so heavy. My wedding. Oh my God. It was 224 at my wedding. You guys wouldn't even recognize me. Walking. I do walk. Yeah. So yeah, okay, you want to understand. Like, you just gotta see my pictures and you'll see what I mean. I'll show you the pictures, like before and afters and stuff. Because I had for a while when I was super, super skinny for a little bit, and people were like, oh, you're on doing this, or you're a method. Blah, blah, blah. And like now I wasn't. But I eat anyway if I was. But like I lost weight because I was never a heavy person. It was after I stopped doing all kinds of bad drugs. Victoza, I didn't hear that. Well, I'm going into the doctor anyway to talk to him about my blood pressure medicine. So, and I'm on Suboxone too, guys. Like, you guys know that, right? You guys don't know if you guys know that, but I've been on Suboxone since 2007. That's why when Matthew Perry, when that was in the system, I was shocked because I guess down on myself for still being on it because him and I both went on it around the same time. It was a very new drug back in 2007. And we don't know what the long-term side effects really are, even though they had studies. But like honestly, that freaked me out. But I want to just make sure, like I get blood work and stuff. But I would like to get off the Suboxone, but the way to do it is just not fun. It sucks, but I don't think it's going to I don't think it interacts. You know what the other thing is? Stop. Yeah, I know. Listen, but I don't eat a lot of food. I drink. I constantly have liquid all day long, like a lot. And my biggest problem right now is I'm fucking M&Ms and fucking peanut butter fucking M&Ms, guys. I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more bags, and I still buy the big fucking bags. And that's really like, I'll eat like one thing a day. Like I'll usually, because I don't eat meat, so I usually eat a bagel. And I usually get roasted peppers and hummus and toast. And like maybe, or like I'll just eat like a cheese hoagie or something. Like I'll just eat one like major thing a day, and then the rest is fucking goddamn M&Ms because I smoke too. But like, yeah, I lost weight. I mean, I gained weight. I don't like it. Because before summertime, I'm like enjoying my yard. I want to be able to wear. Are you aim? See, I like that we can be honest about this stuff. I'm telling you, but like I didn't want to do roasted peppers and yes. I didn't want to do methadone or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I was. Even when I OD'd in 2012, I was already on Suboxone, and that's when I started doing it right. Was 2012. went on it in 2007. I was selling it for a while, not doing the right thing and all that. But anyway, I'm down like a tiny little piece. But the thing is, like, it just ties me to my past. That's the only thing I hate. Like, I feel like, but like at this point, I had a friend of mine. He's the same age as me. We've been doing the same things, same drugs. We went on Suboxone same time. He was like, I guess it was like 2 years ago. He went off. He actually like weaned himself off, like, and went through the sickness. It's been 3 years. He goes, Krista, fucking do yourself a favor to stay the fuck on it. He's like, I still feel like shit. He's like, it has fucked us up. So yeah, maintenance. But anyway, back to the thing. But they look so hot in the red dresses, guys. I know, I want red peppers now. Red peppers and roasted peppers. Oh my god. Roasted peppers on, I'm sorry I keep sidetracking, but on toast with hummus and bacon bits. Fake and bacon though. I retreat my court. Yeah, so like you see what they go through. Like, yeah, and then the methadone is usually part of the program. But I didn't have any programs like that. Like, I was literally on like parole or probation. Yeah, or I was going away to rehab. Like, but I mean, it just like finally 2012 when I finally did it the right way. But yeah, like I get to my doctor every month. My doctor was so, like, I've known him for so long that he was like, he did the music at my wedding for free. He like played the harp at my wedding, my doctor. And if my dad I didn't have any dads, he would have walked me down the aisle, my doctor. He was also my stepmom's doctor. But oh my god, I'm hungry. I wanted to start doing peer mentoring or something. But I don't think people, like I said, like my answer to get staying clean is probably not what they want to hear. So it has really not the spirituality thing. I just feel like we all have addictive, if we're doing the programs, we have addict brains. And if we're self-medicating, it's not feasible to tell somebody that like they can't smoke pot or they can't do this, the lesser of all the evils. I just feel like for me, I could tell them what worked for me. And, because you feel guilty, because you feel like when you say that and people don't understand it, they're like, oh, you must still be fucked up. Yeah, so long. Right. I know. It's like people look at me, they're like, you were in prison, you were, all the things, like, and I'm like, dude, and I didn't look that bad. I mean, I probably looked really, really, one time I was really, yeah, I didn't look that bad. I just really like, yeah, I stayed on it because I'm afraid to, and another thing is I'm afraid to get off of it, Amy, because I've been taking something since I was 22. I took my first Percocet at 22. I was smoking before that, but like, I've been taking something, right? Or like I was doing coke for a long time or anything in the morning, just every single day. And I'm 46. So it's like 26 years of that, 24 years of that. If I didn't have something to take in the morning, I know it's my Suboxone. I know it makes me feel better. But I also feel like that I would be like, I'm getting back to shut up, Candor. Yeah. I'll talk about it later then. Whatever, asshole. But anyway, so talking about when they were letting things go, and of course Erica has to let go of the anger that she's mad at everybody else, that she's so mad at the ladies, and I don't know if it's over this freaking, it can't be over the goddamn earrings, because Erica, like, you're not winning. And I don't know, like, I hope she watched it back, because I didn't watch the after show. She watched the after show, but literally when she was like saying that, I just couldn't believe what she was saying. I just can't believe that she's letting this like really be a thing, because I really think she ends up losing the appeal anyway after that. Is it? Oh, it is. That's a good idea. Yeah, I think I will. But so Crystal lets go of her brother. She thinks that her brother's going to move and then never come back. If I were him, I would probably do that too. I mean, I don't know if I would never come back, but I would never let my sister or my mom be in my relationships again. But yeah, after they blow all the ashes, they do the roses. And of course Anna Marie said that she wants to let go of being angry, or she wants to be happier. I was like kind of confused what she's letting go of, but it makes me think like something's up with her at home. Like, she says that her life's like perfect and all, but I feel like she is struggling with her husband or something. just because of the way she like has to control a conversation or like a point. I feel like maybe she can't do that at home. I don't know. Plus, he calls her an 8.5, and like he could lie and say you're a 10. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if she is a 10, just the fact that she's okay with that. So maybe she's letting that go. I don't know, because she's never gonna tell us that. But Dorito wants to let go of her PTSD, or and her expectations of PK. Yeah, I don't blame him either. Like, listen, like, and you'll never be in my relationship again either. Like, no. And he's a bebopper. What is it called? A K-popper. Bebopper. Or K-popper. My girlfriend's here, by the way. You guys would have known that. She's like, don't tell anyone I'm here. She's just sitting there quietly. But anyway, a K-popper. Like, I love K-pop. I want to look up her brother. Remind me, guys, to look up her brother's music before we go. Kyle's letting go of, you know, she's not, I don't know why she's letting go of the, you know, things with Lorraine. Like, I would still more in Lorraine. And, you know, I mean, I guess I get it now. I had answers on why my friends did what they did at 19 and 27. Like, I knew what the answers were. So Kyle doesn't, except for that her friend was very upset. And that really triggered me last week. Like, that's what started the whole mental health day and everything. It just, and like the way they did it, I just think, I always thought like the pain that either like the one girl, her name was Jamie, like she had to be in to do it. We were 19. And then Nicole, like I know why Nicole did it. I just, yeah, this is crazy. And I just, so I understand. And it's so fucking final. But I'm so spiritual that like, I just finally started to realize that like, and hopefully Kyle realizes it too. She talks to like mediums and stuff. Like she said before, a medium told her that Lorraine doesn't understand what happened to her. And she needs to, another medium or somebody like needs to show her the light and explain it to her. Like, I don't know if that's maybe part of her life lesson, Lorraine. Kind of freaked me out though. I think that's one of the things that triggered me because they always, a lot of actually psychics had told M and me that that Nicole was in purgatory. She didn't know where to go, or she was stuck in between. And I mean, honestly, she was probably was. She was a lot of drugs, and her life was not going to be good if she stayed here. So, like, she was going to go away, and her life was basically over. That's why Nicole did it, but she did it to herself. But anyway, I never really even got we never even got answers either. Like, we got answers on where she is, but like, I haven't really heard anything like through a medium. But anyway, moving on. Sorry. I love the fact that Sutton is letting go of her. Really? No, Mimir. He's gay? No way. No way. He was too upset about the girl. Well, you know what? Kempire would know more because he travels out there. I don't like Kyle anymore either. Literally, listen, the fact that she literally did this, I told you, and I was kind of, in the end, like towards when the show was starting, I'm like, no, it's not a storyline. She's really pissed off. She is pissed off at Mauricio. He is a scumbag, but she just chose to get mad at him now. And that pisses me the fuck off. Yeah, Jeffrey Kung. Okay. Like, hey, there she is. This is NT right here. Well, not NT, but this is Cassandra, guys. Drenched in Drama. So please follow her. And like I said, she's going to be on the show next week. And we're going to talk about all this stuff. Because I just realized how it's Cassandra is everywhere. It's all over Instagram. Like, guys, like, I'm telling you. It's just so much to it. Yeah. Exactly. The fact, okay, yeah, I can't fucking take it. So we know what Mauricio did. We know that he's a whole. I love you. More than me. Mademoiselle. Drenched in Drama. That's the name of her podcast on Patreon, by the way, guys. But yeah, please follow her on that. And then I will put her Patreon link, but she isn't Dana's Patreon. Dana did a couple interviews with her. Yeah, she's awesome. I told her we would support her big time because oh, then yeah, Mimir, she knows. Yep. And so does Danielle and Amy. I'm telling you, it's nuts. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. But yeah, but like Mauricio, dude, like he's like one of those weirdos too. Like I don't understand. Like Kyle, now she wants to, now all of a sudden Morgan stuff's removed from everything. Yeah, yeah, all of it. Oh, that's right. She's also, yes, the podcast. Yes, because it's getting to the point where the news is just getting out. More of it's getting out. He's still taking her to court. It's not like, this is just not like a story that's like being told and it's over. This is ongoing. He's actively going after her. His wife is actively flipping out on fucking Twitter. And we're gonna like destroy her. Sorry, but we are. I can say what I want now. My fucking live. I don't like this motherfucker. His name is John Nelson, by the way. If you guys don't already know that. He's been doing blind items for years. And they suck. His blind items suck. But yeah, the thing with, I don't know, Kyle. If you want to let that shit go, let that shit go. I guess. Whatever. But now that your friendship with Dorit is on the table, we know why. But like, I liked how they all were getting along. The flamingo dancing was hot. Like, the ladies were amazing. They looked really hot. And then everybody was getting along. And I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, not bored, right? Thank you, Amy. Yes. She's awesome. Yes, his name's John Nelson. And he's old. Not old. I'm not gonna age shame him. But the shit that he does and says, he is like literally, I told you, Scott Peterson, and the lies, like Scott Peterson, the way he lied and the way like Chris Watts lies, like makes up a whole double life. That's what he had, a double fucking life. He had a double life living with her and a double life with his wife. She's doing everything. He's a fucking he's supposed to be a non-blogger. But now he decided to take her to court and put her name on stuff. So, you know. Yeah. There doesn't seem that friends. She doesn't seem to, you're fucking right, end up. She really doesn't. Because nobody hasn't really said it really a lot. Yeah. I just feel like, seriously, like, with Erica, how the fuck is Erica seriously gonna like get mad at these women? I don't know. Like, I hope somebody just sits back and says to her, like, Erica, the earrings are not fucking yours. I know that we've received stolen property, and that is a felony in my world. I don't know about yours, but you received it for a very long time. He's also the one. Sorry, side note, that he, what's her name, Diane Jenkins, was suing him for something that he put out and it wasn't true or something. And we think that they settled, but I think she's secretly going to unalive him because she's like crazy. Allegedly, in my opinion, she settled, but she's not going to forget. And like Morgan, so Morgan she scrubs her internet of Kyle and Mauricio all of a sudden, which is strange because if you're still promoting her music and you're promoting a documentary, Kyle, why are you guys all of a sudden not having each other on each other's Twitter? Now you're not promoting each other. It doesn't make any sense because you didn't promote her on the show. She sang one song and like, it's crazy. I don't understand. So you're going to tell me now, like, now you're not friends with Morgan. Why are you We made the storyline up. Okay. I know we did. Our fault. Okay. But like, what was happening? And all of a sudden, why aren't you friends anymore? She has room to go. I like Dorit. I'm really not mad at Dorit at this point. I'm more mad at Kyle because she's fucking with us. Like, completely fucking with us. And we know it because of Dana, and thank God, and because of Brandy, we know what motherfucker is doing. We know what Mauricio's doing. And we know that she's mad at him, but she's now all of a sudden not. So now I can see why all of them are not talking to her any longer. She wants validation, right? Like, she wants validation to say, oh, they can't prove in a state of, okay, they can't prove it, Erica, that we're bought with stolen. Most likely they fucking were, okay? Like, but even if they weren't, I'm sure $600,000 of other shit was bought with stolen money. So let's just call it a wash and give up the fucking earrings. Like, but no, but you want us to be like, Erica, we are so sorry. Tom didn't buy them with stolen fucking property. Big motherfucking deal. One thing he didn't buy. They can't prove it, okay? They can't prove it because he fucked his money, okay? That's why they can't prove it, Erica. It's not validating anything for you. I don't know who the fuck's lying to you, Erica, but like, somebody's lying to you and telling you that you have some kind of point here. And I don't know what it is. Like, you're ruining what we thought was like a fake. I'm okay with you being nice and fake and pretending to be friends with everybody, because that's what we have to do now, because they've made it so toxic that nobody wants to hang out with each other. So they have to like force it. And I like the fact that they did this flamingo thing. They all got dressed up, even though Kyle wore fucking orange. It's like, you gotta be different, Kyle, don't you? It looked red for me. Yeah, an over apology when Crystal did apologize. And you know what? I understand if somebody's feelings are hurt, their perception is their reality. So if she's really all of a sudden has feelings, okay, then we're sorry, Erica. I'm sorry, Erica, that your feelings are hurt, that they can't prove in court that it was bought with stolen property, and you want some kind of validation. Fine, I'll give it to you. You won an appeal. You want an appeal. But I would not brag about it. I wouldn't brag about it. So like, it's just her making it a thing just ruined everything that she did. And I didn't like to see the like replay of Kyle's pussy on the floor and her tits on the floor and all her splits and all that crap. And like, it was cute though. It was cute. Okay. It was cute. That wasn't cute, but it was cute when they were doing the dancing thing. But Erica, I mean, and then Dorit asking for a Coke in French. I'm like, I don't remember if she speaks French. I don't even know what she speaks, but like, maybe they weren't, right? But her career was. Exactly. It doesn't really matter. Like, at one point, Erica, you've received a lot of stolen property. Money, earrings, it's a thing. Yeah, the montage of Kyle's past, it's like, that's when you know that like Bravo's just fucking with her. They show horrible things. I wish they would show all the like shit about Mauricio and all the like, you know, tabloids and shit about him cheating, but sorry, in Spanish. I thought it was in French. It was in Spanish. She's so weird. Yeah, why would it be in French? Do they speak French there? No. Why would they speak French there in Spain? I don't know. They could speak French in Spain. But, and then Garcelle's like, oh, I like this trip so much better. I'm sorry, I still pull my hair. Hey, Q and DJ. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up. I love it, love it, love it. Please, guys, like, subscribe, share, and all that crap. Replay Clue, love you. Who's starting on podcast side? Basically, I was like, who are you side? Are we on Erica's or everybody else's? I'm going to give Erica a little bit of a pass because I guess her feelings really are hurt. I don't know. Like, in her delusional reality, she feels like she's owed an apology, and fine. But I mean, I feel like after the fact, somebody needs to tell her that like it's not landing right. Repeatedly not landing right. Thank you. Should I and I wasn't sure. But yeah, like whatever, Dorit. But I mean, I feel like stuff with her and PK, don't really believe it. I think she's letting go of the PTSD because I don't think she really has it. I'm allegedly met her up. Yeah, like, I don't know, 4 robberies, the whole thing. We know the whole thing. But when they get back to, see, I didn't take notes for the end of the show, but they're talking about Erica's show Betted on Blonde, and we know she didn't invite Sutton, which I don't fucking understand why. I'll drop the link real quick. I don't know why she didn't invite Sutton. It doesn't make any sense. I know I want to talk about the NT stuff, so I will drop the link. But if anybody comes up, I'm gonna, after a little bit of more of Beverly Hills, I want to talk about the NT stuff. I'm gonna pull up the stuff that's coming out, but I'll drop the link anyway. I don't, Cass, if you want to call. You know, I don't know if the kids are home today, sick, but they were yesterday. But if they're not, you can call in. And if you don't feel like being on camera, you don't have to. That's the wrong link. But we are going to do a show with just you on there. But I just dropped the link for anybody that wants to call and talk about Beverly Hills or whatever. Yeah. Does he have lawsuits? I know. I have conversations with myself. My sides, I don't know. I really should try to tighten it up a little bit, but then on Blonde, I forgot that's what it was called. That was very poor taste, especially since Sutton literally like chartered the plane for Chicago. I didn't think so. Speaking of Chicago, Ariana was the highest grossing thing ever. Whatever what's it called? Jersey, you know what I'm saying. Opening night. Sold out and like the highest grossing one of Chicago ever in the history of Chicago. But as far as Erica's, I mean, Erica looks hot. I'm just saying, Erica looks hot. They all looked really good. Like they all look amazing. So I'm not really mad at all of those Ozempic faces. Put the fuck over in case you haven't noticed. I'm just saying. It was tacky. And why didn't she fight Sutton? I don't get it. Like, I really don't understand. I don't get it. But I'm not mad. Is it over? Like, I don't know. Yeah, they look so good in their red dresses. Their red dresses look so good on them. Yes, that's why I was like, I need to go on Ozempic, damn it. God damn it, I need to go on Ozempic. Like, I'm having a hard time losing them. I guess I'm eating the M&Ms, but I mean, I'm having a hard time losing weight. And I know, don't tell me to exercise, Candor. I do. Listen, I'm about to put my stripper pole from the ones in my bedroom. I'm about to put it right here. Okay. That is good exercise. I do use that. That is my exercise. And you guys know with the pool and stuff. And then I walk when it's nice out. It is. It's like the wintertime. Like I just feel right now. It's like I still have to wear sweaters because it's like so bulky and hot. But it's going up to be like 60 and stuff. So you guys know how psychotic I am about my yard and all. But yeah, so Merce is finally out to sea, and they all let go of some stuff, which was kind of odd. Erica's was fucked up, but everybody seems to be like, okay, giving her grace, fine. Better on Blonde, we know comes up. I don't know what happens, like who fights or whatever, but this is a lot of episodes because this is running longer than it ran longer than well, no, OC started with I don't know. Maybe it's a lot of episodes though. Like I feel like it should be almost over. Like what do we have left? Oh my god, are they going to literally transfer? Are they going to keep going into Erica's shit? Is that what's going to happen? We're going to have to see Better on Blonde. I don't want to see Better on Blonde. And by the way, Alex, it's awesome. And my legs, I'm telling you. Alex Baskin was on Sheena Shea's pod. Did you see? I see it. I don't fucking like him. I don't fucking like him. He's a goddamn politician. I don't like him. Alex Baskin, is the creator. He's the one who creates all the stupid shows. Like all the side ones that like ones that we never heard of. Or that was like a one-time wonder. Like, but he's also, obviously on Vanderpump Rules producer. But between him, he answers all these questions that Sheena asked him about all the shows, like a politician. It was so fucking annoying. He just he did say though, oh my God, the best thing that he said, sorry, side note. The best thing that he said was about Rachel Raquel. So he said that there's no chance of her coming back ever. He's not. Because, Sheena's like, what are the chances of her coming back next year? He's like, there's not a door for her. And he said it like very stern, pissed off. So she pissed them all the fuck off, I guess. I don't know. But I think the shit that she's saying is a little whack too. But anyway, yeah, he's a producer. Now, I know, how does one become a producer? Or a showrunner? And I guess they're the same thing. There's a lot of there's a lot of calories in it, but I mean, they're not that bad. But, and I feel like the producer, the ones that were on Salt Lake, you know who I'm talking about, Lori and the other, I still don't have answers on what happened right there. Like, I need to know, how does Bravo just conveniently forget about a cease and desist? If I have to follow my cease and desist, don't they? Like, if I have to get one, and even though they're bullshit, basically, now that we all know, now they get one fucking once. Literally, a bitch was sending once a week we were getting them, but and they're all kind of horseshit, but I don't know. Why in the fuck, really, Bravo, him, and I guess there's other ones, and I guess they create their numbers. But the thing is, if you have to take these housewives, like what they do with Beverly Hills now, and you have to literally take them and force them to go out to eat and force them to do things, and then force them to play games that are shitty fucking toxic games, that's not the housewife show we watch. Then you got to just cut your fucking cord and make it an ultimate girls trip. Take the OGs, make it an ultimate girls trip. Like I'm saying with OC, they got to go. It's got to take Shannon. I don't want to hear about the John Jansen thing. And I think it's so horrible what they're doing. So I don't like the fact that they're bringing Jesus Jugs, John Jansen on the show, and Shannon's trying to stay sober. But then I also think that if you have an issue with drinking and shit, and you know that this is going to fuck your head up, Shannon, well, back away from the show, because then you're not going to bring Bravo. And that's the thing, when they bring, I don't like them blaming Bravo for like the addiction. It's not they're blaming that, but don't say that you were forced to drink alcohol and all that shit. If you have a problem, then don't be on the show. If you know that that's a thing that you have to drink and that, you know, your mental health is a thing and you're not going to be able to handle it, then don't go. They're doing it just for the diet, but it's so fucked up though. Like, she never would have come back if she wasn't dating John. Think about it. She was a one-hit wonder, like Vicky said, and he's not private. He obviously doesn't care about being private. He was a good-looking guy. Laura bars, what are they? What is that? Oh my God, what is that? Send that to me. Yeah, like they're bringing her back to, and like Shannon, Jesus, like this girl, think about it. Can she go through anything worse? Shannon has gone through her divorce, her affair, first of all, him being not present on the show, him leaving her, him coming back to Shannon, and then I'm talking about the other one, and then the domestic violence with him. Then he leaves. Now he's with his mistress, and then she meets John. John doesn't want to be with her. John fucks with her head. John and her are drinking, and that's all there is a drinking relationship, and he sleeps and she sleeps. And then, oh my God, John's drama, you would know, you're a hippie. See, you guys, I love her so much. Don't be jealous, okay? She's just like a new friend. She's like a new toy right now. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm sorry. I haven't got to stop freaking her out because I'm like, I really want to support her. Like, I really got to support her. But it's just funny. Like, it's not funny what he did. We can laugh about some of the things to keep it lighthearted, but like, all right, I'll go into it now. But like, so let me just pull up one of the articles. And I know you had some on Instagram, but I never went live on Instagram. Instagram's not letting us go live. Like, what is the fucking deal right now? All right, so right now I'm live on Twitter, live on Facebook, live on, I wish I was live on Instagram. It's not letting me. It says it's broken. But do a real legit like show with her next week. But I just want to see preview of what's going on right now, because if it gets like serious, like she's really gonna need our support. Because I'm afraid like this is the first time really that it was in Patreon with Dana, but this is really like the first time where it's like everywhere now. Like people are starting to jump on this like, story. So he might get a little bit like, he's a crazy person. Like, it's kind of scary. And had a lot of reasons that she put this out also was to protect herself. So like, here, I'm just going to pull up the thing. So the Crazy Days and Nights guy, blind items that he's posted on his stupid website. He has a website, Crazy Days and Nights. Don't go to it. It's not worth it. Don't give him anything because the ads are he has all these pop-up ads. And it's like, it's so annoying. And it's all these blind items and he makes them up. And the fine print actually says, the anti-lawyer exposed. It just comes up. Oh my God, Cass, it's everywhere. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Daily Mail has it. Daily Mail got it. Is this the one we shouldn't look at or no? Some of them are assholes. I'll fill you in too in the chat too. Frozen. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. None of us. His name's John Nelson. And he's like, not what you think. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna. We just laugh at it because he's. Not, oh God. Now, should I read this one? Yeah, don't go over there because he gets paid for these stupid clicks and stuff. Okay, anonymous mistress who says mistress in quotes because basically he gave her divorce papers. He never told her he was married. It took a long time for him to admit that he was married. He got caught. So, California attorney John Robert Nelson, also known as NT Lawyer, author of Crazy Days and Nights, Sedan, but of course reveals identities, former lover, Cassandra Cross, a podcaster and single mother of 3, exposed him last year because he took her to court after he was supposed to be on his way to her house because they were going to live together. Anyway, the pair have been in messy court battle since November 2023, as she claims he abused her, and he did, and harassed her, and he did. Allegations he denies. He can't deny it. We have proof. Okay? So, she has proof of everything. She's, okay. There's stuff about his wife was calling her, like, yes, she didn't expose him, the courts did. Like, he just was in a relationship with her. He fell in love with her. He was living with her at her house, like leaving his wife. And then he said his wife was in rehab. It's like a whole thing. So the court stuff is just one thing, but I want to get to, I really don't want you guys to have to like go on his thing, but like, oh yeah. I hate when I can't read these things. I want to, the Daily Beast report. That's one that has like the audio, right? If we have audio of him saying some things, it's fucking crazy. The shit he was into, all that crazy shit. But the thing is, cheating on your wife and all that is not illegal. Okay, it's not abnormal. You know, it happens. But he didn't just do that. He had a whole double life. Okay, a double life. Not only does he lie online, he was telling her that his wife was crazy and rehab drunk. They were divorced, that he was living by himself in a condo, and that she was moving to California with him. He was living with her. He came to her house at Christmas time for like, I don't know, 2 months or something, and was like with her kids, taking her kids to like therapy and like paying for like everything basically. And then she finds out he's married, and then she still takes him the fuck back because he fucking leaves his wife. And then they have a relationship that way. And then his wife is like in on it, and his wife knows that he's left her. And he's like, and then she's talking, the wife is calling her. We have all the DMs from his wife. She's absolutely out of her mind. Spirals, of course. And then we have Cass, who's making fun, is like feeling bad. She's like devastated. I'm so sorry that he does this. His wife is exposing him, all the things, like he's a child, and tried to, it's really, guys, it's so fucked up. And like he was like telling her for a year straight, he was like back and forth, and like he would podcast from his closet, and he would podcast with her on the phone. I'm talking about Cassandra, but his wife was there. I mean, Cassandra thought he had him a condo, and his wife was in rehab, and she's crazy, and they're divorced, and he has to stay in California for a month or two because his kids are going crazy. And then this was not the case. It was not even true. He made all of it up. And then he told and he was very abusive and into like unaliving and getting off on it. If you guys, I'm telling you, it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. We have receipts. We have all the fucking recordings of him saying things like this because they had to have a lot of phone things, sex, because they're in different states. She was in full, like, under his spell, thinking that him and his wife were divorced. First of all, she takes him back after he finds out his wife's like still in the picture. Then his wife is like, yeah, we're separated. Then his wife's like, I know he's with you. And then they have like a couple weeks where like they're all 3 of them are talking, and Cassandra's like, this is fucking weird. First of all, before she tells anybody, she says anything, she's like, he's not my type, guys. Just remember, he's not my type. He's not my type. He's not my type. But I love him. He's not my type, but I love him. And I love you for saying that, because I understand. She fell in love with love. But he became I really believe in my heart of hearts now, hearing everything and having numerous hour-long conversations with Cassandra every day, that he was going to unalive his wife. I truly believe not only was he getting off on that stuff during sex, I believe his end game was to unalive his wife. Okay, that's my fucking opinion only. And I told her this because he was like doing a lot of crazy shit 24/7. And I think there was other girls involved, maybe. But when would he have time? He spent either 24/7, he's like lying to his wife, or he has a double wife with both of them. So how do you have time to be stressed the fuck out? How do you have time to worry about this stuff? Talk about NT, John Nelson. Crazy Days and Nights. He's the anon blogger now that is exposed as John Nelson from Indigo, California. So he's now exposed. Everybody knows what he looks like. Everybody knows he's a fucking liar. He makes his blind items up. He's not really an entertainment lawyer. He's just a creepy little dude in a fucking closet somewhere away from LA, jacking off to like little girls and shit. Like, Sorry, Cass, but we know we this is bad. His wife is the one, literally, like the sex. Okay, maybe she wouldn't have to say anything about that, right? Like maybe they had crazy sex and Cassandra liked it, and that's what I want. Everybody has crazy sex with their men, right? This motherfucker was like, she already has been through like an abusive relationship, right? She took her 3 kids and went across the country to get away from this guy. And she's a non too, basically, but she doesn't want her information out there. Well, he goes and he signs court papers. This motherfucker's like, I'm on my way to you from California. I love you. I'm coming. I love you. I love you. I love you. Can we have a sex tape? Let's do a sex tape real quick. I'm on my way there. And she's like, okay, okay, I forgive you. I believe you. Whatever. Like, we're going to work this out. He's supposedly on his way on a plane. And I swear to God, she answers the motherfucking door and it's a goddamn fucking, somebody serves her. He serves her with stalking papers. This motherfucker has the balls to serve her with stalking papers, right? And drag her through court for 6 months now. She literally has to go there and just say, how can I stalk him? He was telling me we're in a relationship and he's on my way to my house. Like, he told me to take my kids out of school. She did. Kids out of therapy because they were going to move to California to be with him. It's all lies, guys. It was all made up. And the things that he says with his abuse is crazy. Like, he also is doing this to other podcasters. There's other women. And he has children. Yes, he has children, Shay. A wife and 3 kids. Girls. Let me see if I can get... All right, you know what? I'm just going to pull up. I want you guys to hear something. It's everywhere, but I want you to hear one of his things, okay? Okay, so let me just read this part. Now, this is from the Daily Beast. Nelson's life... Is it shared? Did I share it with you guys? Let me share it with you guys real quick. He has 2 daughters. Yeah, thank you. It's so crazy. And there's some things that with Cassandra's daughter, and I don't, if you want to say Cassandra, you can. I don't really, it's up to you, but it's going to come out anyway. But Nelson's secret life came to light because of an affair he had with a Florida woman that has spawned dueling legal complaints. Oh my God, he's abusing her through the court system. And accusations of abusive behavior. Last year, he sought a restraining order against the woman, Cassandra Crows, trenched in drama, and included information in his filings to a Florida court that match up with the woman's claims on social media that he is the author of CDAN, Crazy Days and Nights, and non-blind items, and a Florida complaint and filed in the U.S. District Court of... Sorry. Okay, here he goes. So, Florida on November 8th. Nelson and his wife, Victoria, who was talking to Cassandra for months and the craziest fucking DMs, okay, which we have the proof of. She has proof of. Okay. His wife, Victoria, said that he engaged in an intimate relationship. Yes, he did, with a full-time podcaster, Cassandra Crows. She also does Cassandra Explains It All. Like, she does a lot of 90s stuff. And the relationship turned sour after Cross learned that Nelson had entered a relationship under false pretenses. No, she took him back because he said he was divorced and sent divorce papers in the middle of lying about being in a oh my God. He said, yes, now we're getting separated. We're divorced now. Here's the divorce papers. Okay. Nelson in his complaint alleged that Cross falsely claimed she was pregnant. No, she was. Well, maybe she was. We don't know. She doesn't know. She thought she was. He was trying to get her pregnant. Who gives a fuck? Falsely accused him of molesting her daughter. No, the wife did. And barraged him with explosive, violent, and threatening calls and texts up to 100 per day. No, that was from him. Prove it. The fucking calls and texts were both of them. And hello, you're on the way to my house and you tell me that we're getting married and I'm moving with you, and all of a sudden I get fucking papers in the mail. Of course you're gonna go crazy. This was after the fact. He doesn't have a right to say shit after the fact. He still fucking is like doing this shit. Anyway, he said she threatened to reveal Nelson's online persona to the public, and that he paid her at least $1,500 per month in hush money. No, he paid her because they were together. It wasn't hush money. She never threatened him, and stayed close with Crows to keep her from exposing me because he was worried about the safety of his family. Cassandra, I didn't read this whole thing. Despite the payments, Crows is angry. This is not true. Threats and repeated references to his children drove the couple to seek a restraining order. Filing says they were going after her. Oh my God. When Cruz learned of the couple's intention to go to court, she unmasked Nelson on social media. No, she did it because he threatened her life. And she doesn't feel safe. What do you guys say? It's bad. Yes, it's bad. It's so fucking bad. He's disgusting. I know you guys are talking about it, but like, Yeah, I heard that too. He was giving her money because they were together. But he's bad. He's a bad person. And like I said, it's not, you have a kink, that's cool, whatever. This is about him lying and the fake life that he made up and the double life and dragging her kids into it and her kids, his kids and her kids. Introduce them. It's wild. She was not a stalker ex-girlfriend. She was his actual girlfriend. They were living together. Like, he moved to Florida for and he was there on Christmas. Like, oh my God, it's so crazy. She never shook him down for money. She told him, okay, first of all, she has proof that she said, stop sending me money, it makes me uncomfortable. He refuses to okay, so he filed a new case in Pinellas County, which is pending because he needs proof. He still has all their stuff up that they made together. They podcasted together, by the way. That's how they kind of met. Yeah. Look at him. Look at him. Cassandra, is that you? That is you. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. We're talking about NT. NT lawyer, NT blamed items. Oh my God, that's you. I first saw that picture. I didn't really look down. I thought the one with his wife. Wow. He's such a liar. It's crazy. So all the blind items, if you look at the small print, it says he makes them up, that they're fantasy. Yes. The day that he literally, the day that he filed this order, the restraining order, they're having phone sex. He didn't tell her any of this. My suspicion now is that he was going to unalive his wife or something, and his wife I don't know if she finally said, you have to leave your girlfriend, because I know too much. I think she knows where the bodies are buried. The wife. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. She knows where the bodies are buried. Yeah, fantasy shit. Yeah. That is all well and good. She said, look, if you would have just broke up with me and said, I don't want to be with you anymore, I would have got over it. But you take her to court and then you drag her through social media and you make her look like she's a stalker. She had to expose him. Plus, he threatened her life. Because he says he knows, the conspiracy people and that, he knows all these, scary people that could come kill her. It's not, this is all in writing. This is everything. He would, say it and he would, text it to her. And I don't want people to read the articles and be like, she's a scorned ex or a mistress. He completely was Scott Peterson her. She was the girlfriend. I swear he was going to kill his wife. There's no other. He even actually said it. I believe there's part where he actually said that he was if she went missing or something. I don't know. I don't know. Or she said, if I go missing, if you don't hear from me, call the authorities. This woman, this is the wife, guys. She was harassing the shit out of Cassandra because at one point he was not coming home. It's wild. We go past all that. It's the threats, the violence, the literally which he did to her kids, what his wife said he allegedly did with her daughter. Her daughter is nonverbal, so, and there's a whole deep dive. I would rather I don't, she has the paywall Patreon, but that's because she needs support. And it's only $6.99. And she also has free episodes, but I'm going to have her on and let her share as much as she wants. This is the stuff that I just don't want you guys to see the story anywhere else from Dumas and just read a little bit of it, because it's making her sound like she's just doing this because she wants to get back at him for hurting her. No, it's way more than that. Her kids, he introduced their kids, and he literally is making her pay all this money for court to battle him. And he's and there's also other podcasters he's starting to reach out, and there's 3 or 4 other ones that he tried to I don't know. And the things that he was saying that he likes to do, it's very dangerous and people need to know about it. It's very dangerous. So yeah, so his kids, he has 2 daughters. She has 2 daughters. When he was living with Cassandra, he was helping take her to therapy. She's nonverbal autistic, her daughter, Cassandra's daughter. And he was taking her to therapy and stuff. Or they both were, a family. And, in the meantime, he's still lying to his wife saying he's in Big Bear. I can't tell you where she thought he was for half the time, but when he would go back home because his wife escaped rehab because she's a drunk And she's very devastated they're getting divorced. So he's got to fly back to California real fast. So he goes back to California. And then he's there for a little bit. And he's on the phone with Cassandra 24/7, talking to her daughter, talking to her son. You guys are moving here. My kids, here's your kids. They're talking on the phone. And hey, like, what are you doing? Like, all kinds of stuff. Where's the fucking wife? We don't know. Not really in rehab or drunk. This dude just made up this whole thing. And then he goes back to Florida. They have another whole relationship for like, I think a month or something. And the wife knows. And then he leaves again. And then he's like, you're coming to California with me this time. And she takes her kids out of school. Basically her apartment, like, I'm going to get up and go to California. Yeah, he's going to come here. We're going to go back together. And I know I'm going to move there with him. And she's been all around the country. Yeah, he was so obsessed, dude. I'm telling you, like, he was obsessed with you. He was obsessed with her daughter too. But like that part, I just realized the deeper part of it yesterday when I read the thing. Because, yeah, you guys, like, he's not... And none of this would have really been a thing unless his wife was like, when his wife was saying all this stuff to Cassandra, she was outing her own husband. He likes this, he likes that, he's into this and that, and you don't let him do, he was obsessed with her daughter. He was taking her to like therapy, but I don't know, like, yeah. Yes, see, yes, exactly. That's what I want. And I didn't know that for sure, but I told her, I said, guys, even though in Patreon she has a lot of support, but like I feel like out here we have Regina too. Her story is going to get told, and it's going to be, and if people, at least, there's going to be people that say shit, of course. I don't like it. Hurts my feelings, obviously, because now I'm friends with her, and I don't like to hear her cry about it. But like the things that people say, I don't like what Dumas did. They're not calling her, and they're not getting the whole story. But the whole story we have, like everything. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of his videos, his messages, everything his wife said, everything they did, the fake everything. It's just crazy. I want them to keep doing it, and I think they need to do Ultimate Girls Trip. Honestly, they need to take these franchises, especially now. Maybe not Beverly Hills right now, but I think OC needs to. Bye-bye. They need to take, like, okay, take Vicky, take Shannon, take Tamrat. Who else? They just need to take the OC, just what they did with, like, what they did with, I want to keep that up. No. What they did with, what am I trying to say? New York. I was not mad at it. I'm mad at like, fucking, Ramona, but, take OC, cut the cord with it. We got to cut the cord with it. I'm ready to say goodbye. Because listen, if you're not going to like showcase the people that I like, the new girl Jen, the other new Jen and Ryan, like, and Monica, like, then you need to cut the cord and make an Ultimate Girls Trip like they did with New York. Get them for 2 weeks, just like they just did. They had a Beverly Hills cast trip. This is when I can fuck with them, And I love the fact that they all get along. And Sutton's like, I like these women. I don't know if they're faking it because they want the show to go on, but I'm here for it. But I don't want them to have to force each other to hang out. And Jersey, we know how I feel about that. If that doesn't start to literally move away from the other stuff, then that's going to have to be abide by too. And don't send them on to my girls' trip because they'll kill each other. Let's not do that. I wish they would just get along. It's not anybody, but it's only one person. But again, let's not, I'm allergic to shellfish. My allergies start kicking in right now, so we're going to move on for that. But we have Atlanta. Atlanta needs to do the same thing. Make it an Ultimate Girls Trip. Take the OGs, put them on an Ultimate Girls Trip. Take Kenya, take Sheree, unfortunately, take Cynthia, Candy, Nene, not Kim. Put them on Ultimate Girls Trip, and they have to listen. If you got to do it twice a year, good, fine. Because when they don't see each other, it works. Because unless you're going to recast and give us the old shit back, like you fucked up with Monica, we haven't had a perfect housewife come in and wreck shit and be like her with her own bag of shit in a very long time, and they fucked with that one. Okay, Monica came in with her own stuff. She didn't need these ladies for storylines, so. If you're not going to step it, like, I don't want them to have to be forced to go to dinner. Like I keep saying, then you got to force them to fucking drink. And then you got to force them to play a game, truth or dare, or who you going to throw off the the wagon first, or like, I know it's awful. Who would I put on Ultimate Girl Trip? Let's see, 7 people. Tamrat, unfortunately, Shannon, Vicky. Why can I not think of people for goddamn OC? Jen, new Jen, Tamrat's friend. Wow, not Jesus Jugs. Kelly Dodd. You got to throw Kelly Dodd in there. Listen, it sucks that bad. And Heather's moving to Beverly Hills. I'm not forgetting about Heather. I just feel like, oh my God, Gina and Emily. Oh my God. Never mind. Fuck them. They're not on the show. They're kicked off now. I'm just kidding. All right, yeah. So it would have to be no. Gina and Emily got to go. Okay. Gina and Emily got to go. And we have to have, like I said, yeah, Vicky. Okay, so Vicky, Tamra, Shannon. I keep getting stuck. Jen. I keep getting stuck. Kelly Dodd. 2 more. We gotta get some. Noella. Yes, Noella. I was having that fucking name. Yeah. So all right. So you get that one. So then moving on. Atlanta. You gotta have Sheree, Candy, Kenya, Cynthia. Only because, look, if you're going to throw Kelly Ben Simone in there, give us our Kelly. Just because it's only for 4 weeks out of the year. And we can't have Teddy, Freddie. We cannot do that. Please. No, please don't even say it. It'll hurt my ears. But like, listen, that's when they get along. You have to force them to be together. If not, I'm not watching. Atlanta just fucking blew up, right? Even with Potomac. Fucking Jesus Christ. Now we can't. I want Giselle. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Potomac. All right, here comes Laura J. I want to hear her opinion too. Where are we going with these shows, my friend?
We are hopefully. Hello, everyone. Hello, beautiful Krista. You are looking ever so today.
Thank you.
I must say, I love you with the dark hair. You're very, very Linda Ronstadt. And who's my other favorite brunette? The one who's Wonder Woman, the OG Wonder Woman.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. The original one.
Yes,
I used
yes.
to be her when I was little.
Me too.
Like, every month I was her for Halloween.
Linda Evans.
Linda
Yes,
Evans,
you're giving me very
hair.
Linda Evans
Oh,
with your dark hair. I love it. I love
you're
it. You can't go
right.
wrong.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. So
Yes.
Noella. All right, for OC.
I loved her stack of vaginas. I wanted more Noella. I
That's
hated that the
yeah.
prude that is rude, that is Heather Dubrow, got her kicked off the show somehow because Noella and her stack of vag was everything
I
that was to be
forgot.
had. I wanted to know her husband, even though he didn't show up. And what the heck was up with that young pup? I have no idea, but I wanted to see. But damn, Heather Dubrow, she ruined it for me.
No.
On Real Housewives of OC and Beverly Hills, I really wish they'd find a way to break those pills and bring back another Noella and a stack
Well,
of vagines so that we can have a real good time. I'm in a rhyming mode today. Can you tell?
yeah. Don't you think though we have to cut the cord and make it an Ultimate Girls Trip twice a year with the OCs? Oh geez, we can't have the shows. Listen, if you're not gonna you gotta recast OC and get rid of everybody on there. Start
Yeah.
over. You gotta make them an Ultimate Girls Trip like you did with New York with Roni, even though I was mad at
Yeah.
it. Because they're
Yeah.
not working. It's not working. And I don't want to see toxic Jesus Jugs throwing her tits around to John's face in front of Shannon and Shannon going off and
You
drinking
know what?
and
I
Archie.
loved Alexis. I hated when
You
they
do?
hazed her the first. I wasn't that who Tamara used to call Jesus Jugs
That's
and be all
Jesus
mean
Jugs.
to
She's a
for no
1 year wonder.
reason. I
1 year
felt like Tamra was so mean to
she
Jesus
was.
Jugs for no reason. And for her to invoke Jesus as a way to shade somebody was not real cute. And she got a huge pass on that. I'm surprised somebody didn't call PETA because that
Yeah.
was wrong, you guys. That was very wrong.
But don't
And Alexis didn't even really do anything to those ladies except for what Dana Wilkie got famous for being like 25,000,
she
25,000, you know? And but when
maybe
Alexis Bellino was like, oh yeah, didn't Tamra say she always said how much stuff costs? Basically, Tamra was
Yeah.
Monica.
Yeah.
Tamra, Monica,
Annoying.
Tamra was like Monica was to Lisa back then, remember? And she was very upset that Alexis was doing all of this kind of braggy kind of, she felt like it was
Yeah.
bragging that she left her real jewelry at home or something like that. She
Mon-
said that had Tamra triggered. And then she went after Alexis for no reason.
I know.
And then Alexis's marriage blew up. We already saw that shit was toxic, y'all. We saw
But
that
like,
was toxic.
exactly. We can't have her on the Ultimate Girls Trip. We have to get rid of OC because this is going to be a very, very sad season. Because I don't want to see Shannon blow her. Shannon's not going to be able to hold it together the entire time because they're going to force them to hang out. She's going to have to see John. Shannon has been through so much.
It depends. They could do you they're basically doing shout out to Married to Medicine and shout out to African American History Month because they did it first, okay? Because over on Married to Medicine, Dr.
Yeah.
Heavenly got the ex-wife, got the new wife who was getting ready to get married to the now cast member Quad's
Yeah. Sweet
ex-husband.
tea. The
Yeah,
sweet tea.
sweet tea. So
Yes.
she coordinated all that's the exact same thing. That's there's an ex coming on with the new one who was an
But they're
ex one of
okay
the
with
other
it
one.
now. But at least they're
Huh?
okay with, yeah, but see, she's okay with Sweet Tea and G, right? Like, isn't
Oh,
she cool with them and all? Like the wife, the ex-wife?
yeah, Quad
But
doesn't really have
Shannon's
a problem
not.
with it.
But see, Shannon has a huge problem with it because she's like in love with John. You know what I mean? So this is going to like kill
Yeah.
her. Stuff. I just think it's very,
Well,
it's wrong. I just think it's wrong, and I
I
just,
feel like Shannon has every right to bow out this season.
yeah, but I don't think she's going to. I feel like she's not going to, and I feel like it's going to destroy her because she's trying to not drink. And I mean,
Right.
I'm hoping she's trying to not drink because, and I feel like she's going to end up hurting the dog again. She's going to get into the car. She's going to leave up an event, and she's just not going to like. It's just not going to be good. I don't know why. Well, I know why production's doing it, but I feel like after this season, they're going to have to say bye. It's going to be very toxic, and they're going to have to turn it to Ultimate Girls Trip. And I think with Atlanta, they need to
Uh-huh.
do the same thing. Atlanta cut the cord. I want my Candy to. I'm very upset. I don't know why Candy's leaving. Do we know why she's leaving? Did she want to leave? But they're not going to pay her.
Well, and that too. Nene did it first, the exact same
Nene
way.
needs to
Nene
come
said
back.
negotiations failed. They were
Is that
taking
what
too
happened?
long to come to her to the table to tell her what was going on. And
Wow.
then she decided that she was going to bow out, and then
Good.
she called
Oh,
him a racist. So,
oh,
um,
oh,
yeah.
Nene.
So
What
Candy's
happened?
not going to be calling anybody a racist.
But do you think
'Cause
Candy left on her own, or what? Like, why? Or they weren't going to pay her enough again, or what do you think? Like, why did Candy leave?
yeah, Candy, that was a power move on Candy's part, her announcing it at the Grammys.
Did
And for her to
she?
be like, oh, I have other stuff going on. They took too long getting back to me. I feel like
Uh,
that was Candy reclaiming her time. And she didn't want to get Nene, perhaps. So she was trying to do it even sooner than Nene. Nene's had devolved over the course of months, right? This has been kind of over the course of months, but
yeah,
it hadn't been as long as what they did dragged it out with Nene yet. So she was jumping the gun. She was like, oh, I'm in control of this.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
like, look here, boys. She pulled a Joan Collins. Look here, boys. I built Pepsi Cola. You know?
I yeah, I think they need to do a traders with these guys right here. The villains, not because I want to keep this. Like, we got to keep the show. Like, if we're gonna cut the cord and give them an Ultimate Girls Trip, we got to keep them with their own people. Like, I feel like their own OGs and making them get along because they. I liked watching Roni with the same like all Roni people, even though I was like, this is gonna be stupid. Just the Ultimate Girls Trip. But like, just like even if Candy, if they just do it 2 weeks and then to 2 other weeks, but they can make this one a villains one, that would be good. Or traders. Monica, Nene, Tamara, Kelly, Phaedra. Phaedra's so good at traders. Noella, and maybe Kenya. See, because I don't know. We'll see. Ultimate Girls Trip. Kenya is a big mouth. I'll never rob a bank with that bitch. I'll never do anything in front of her. She's a big mouth. Like, she's the one that ran
Yeah.
out with the little gate. This one's ass was in the air. This one's mouth was over here. This one was getting this one done. Like, bitch, we had fucking tape on the windows. You were supposed to tell Kenya. I'll never hang out with her. I wouldn't feel comfortable with her. But they
That
need to
was a snitch rat ass
me.
move that
Who
season
would
with
ever want to
Bolo.
hang out with her
And I was
again?
surprised there weren't more people who were appalled that she would snitch. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, bitch. The blinds
Right?
were closed. That means they didn't want us to see. So
Yeah,
for
you're gonna
you to
tell
run
me.
back and tell that, ooh wee,
And
and then
we did
everybody just
see,
forgave her.
and we still ended up seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me they had enough cameras to look through the little peaks, but you didn't get them in the Sprinter van though? But we had to see Bolo's
Yeah,
ass up.
yeah.
Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe
Don't
what Charlotte
believe it.
said.
And then she's all, oh, and then I heard sounds. And
Yes.
ran
Yes.
toward Tamra, not Tamra, Tanya Sam. Tanya Sam was like, I will not have my name defamed like that. And
Mhm.
instead of argue with Crazy, she took her good name and left the stage. And that's the same thing Portia did too, because Portia was already getting boloed adjacent. And
Yes.
then the whole thing with Fallon's husband happened. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yep.
So,
Stuff.
yeah,
Do you
but I
think
love
that? So,
Portia.
do you think Portia's gonna come back? I think. Do you think they want? What are they doing with
I
fucking
don't
Atlanta?
think her husband would really want her to.
What the fuck are they doing with Atlanta anyway? Is it they just didn't? I know Candy, good for her because everything she touches turns to gold. I'm a little upset,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're paying her a lot, and that's probably what they're mad at. But she deserves that money. But anyway, she has a lot going on.
No, Candy was boring. Candy was very
No,
boring.
no, no.
Oh, so
I
boring.
am.
Oh my
I
gosh.
see. I'm a can't see. I just
I don't,
like,
hey,
you know what?
she's a
She's
great
boring. She stays
entrepreneur.
out. Right,
She's a
right.
great entrepreneur. I'm not even mad at that.
Yeah, because
And
she stays
I'm not
out. She does stay out of the drama.
taking anything away from her.
Yeah,
But she was boring. She was
but I'm
boring.
see. I'm gonna still want to see her. I want to see. I don't know what I want to see. I like her candy coated nights and stuff like that.
See,
But
like that kind of stuff. And I love her spoofs. I love her little things that she produces. I love her as an actress. I just
yeah,
didn't like her much as a housewife.
because she
Hmm.
stays out
And
of the shit.
and to prove she's boring, how come when Nene left, Nene was HBIC #1 on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out Nene Leakes.
I know I miss.
After she left, there was no #1. There remains no #1. And
Mhm.
even now that, I mean, you could have said that there were co-#2s with Candy and Kenya. And now that that #2 is gone, Kenya's still only going to be #2 because the #1 was Nene and nobody's filled the spot since. So they are going to have to do a reboot. I think you're right. You're on,
They
and
have
Kenya was
to.
much more likable on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip than ever
Yeah.
had she been ever of life. She let
Yes.
her hair down, she was relatable and
Yes.
everything.
Yep.
But
And they have to get along, and they're on vacation for 2 weeks. Like, I just feel like it was a good idea to shut Roni, the people that wanted Roni back, the originals, and them, and it worked. That was funny as hell. I thought it was great, minus the other one, Ramona, accusing people of stealing her stuff, but whatever. She's got to go. But Atlanta, they do that, and then they do it with Potomac. Potomac, please, Giselle and Robin, Sabin, please go. I don't want Candace to leave. I don't want Wendy to leave, but I feel like they might have to cut the cord with that one and make that an Ultimate Girls Trip, because if you can't introduce NECA into the group the right way, these production people with Wendy, they fucked that all
mhm.
up like really bad. Like they could have
That
just
was really that wasn't even Wendy's fault, and I hope that everybody's blaming her for her reaction to some bullshit.
fucked
I mean,
up.
how are you really supposed to react to this woman coming in and putting it to everybody else, then bringing it to you when the husbands are present too, then following it up by calling you a bitch when
I
she
know.
had your number and could have just called and you guys could have had the same moment you had with Rob him to tell her about the business. You could have had that exact moment with Wendy privately and been like, you know what? It's crazy facts, but my brother said that that your mom and XYZ and then a call. Like, what's up with that, Wendy? It could have went down like that, but
Right.
instead she manufactured a hot moment and now is trying, everybody's trying to blame Wendy for being so analytical. She doesn't have a snappy comeback all the time. She was like,
Right.
oh, what the fuck? This is happening now? In
Uh-huh.
front
Like,
of
oh no,
everybody with the husbands and
this is what
everybody?
the
Like, I don't even know half the bitches in this room. There's white people over there. You're going to bring this up now? She didn't even really know what to say right then.
no, that was fucked up.
So she was caught very off guard and everybody's blaming her for trying to play cleanup on her reaction and everything else when NECA had a moment with
Yeah.
Robin that she should have had with Wendy, period.
Yep.
And anything after that, you're about to get what you get.
Same thing with Trashley. Trashley, you got to go too. Your husband's suing Candace. That's ridiculous. Him and his white ass hanging out, getting caught with his
Her
pants.
freaking Klingon ass.
Like, how
Let
dare him?
me tell
I mean, he
you.
had a Klingon ass. It was white and just
No,
that's
the Klingons were the ones on Star Trek with the huge
that's
foreheads,
right.
aren't they?
Telling
Aren't
you,
the
I
Klingons
think
the one that have like you could stack 3 hands and it's almost a cone head. It's so big.
yes. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So the Klingon, her and her damn Klingon head,
Yeah, and he's
she
got like a
is so sloppy
goblin
messy.
trying to suck
And she thought
on
she was about to get her house paid for by who's it's by Candace. The
Yup,
exact amount that Baby Hands was
baby.
suing Candace for was $2 million. The cost of Ashley's new house was $2 million.
Wow,
The
you're
thing
right.
that Candace had cussed Ashley out about was, at least I got a house. You don't even have a house. And then she finally gets a house and she was trying to make Candace pay for the house, but she lost because Candace is a winner. Winner, chicken
Yeah, they got thrown out.
dinner.
They got thrown out. But it's still like why? And you're not going to make me film. I'm not going to film the wife of somebody who's suing me for defamation. Everything I say could be used against me. I feel like
That
why gotta
part.
be hanging this bitch? Like no,
Because
like
she's not going to testify against her husband. That's why she's still married to his ass.
and she can tell him everything that Candace says and,
Yes.
or whatever. Like because they're
With her
trying to get her
good
to talk
op
about it.
ass. She's
Do you want to
always
talk
been
about
an
it?
op. She started the show off being an op. She was pushing the babies in the carriage. Remember, it was baby
Yes,
Carter and Robin and Ashley was in the park, and she's like, "Yeah, so what's this about the guy and your money's all gone?" Remember?
yes.
She's always been just so messy, messy,
And then
messy.
oh my god, look at Mia. Mia's like peace,
Right?
like marrying a guy, another guy, or so. Oh my god, like. But I feel like G. I feel bad for Gordon. I keep calling him G. I
Like
feel bad.
I do and I don't. You know
I
what?
mean,
You reap what you sow. He was married when he met Mia. Damn.
I know, I know, I know, I know. And then he
Damn.
got old with her, and
That's
they
what happens.
and he said, "Yeah, did he not say, I what's give me a number? Take it like give me a number and you can go." That's what he was
Yeah.
saying, and I
Yeah.
think that's what he did. I think he bought her out and she left.
You know what's interesting about the Mia thing
Mhm.
is you have your allegedly thing up.
Yeah, yes, I do.
So allegedly, once upon a time there was a girl named Mia. I don't even know if that's a real name, but she lived in a state. Let's call it South Carolina. Then she was moved to another state where she was a lady dancer in evening gowns where they served steak, where she met Gordon and they would talk every night. And he was married and he considered himself a gentleman because all he did was talk to her every night. And then they happened to begin an affair, and she left her South Carolina boyfriend, who she had for many years. And then
Oh,
she went with this married man who she then became the missus to. And then they went around and they opened up these chiropractic things. Now, this is all allegedly.
oh, allegedly.
Then, yep. Then, then one day, the family of the man was like, bro, you got your wife doing too much. And how y'all living like that if the books are looking like this? Allegedly. We're
Allegedly.
gonna need to take we're gonna need to take control back of the company because the board said so, because it was one of those kind of things that had a board and everything like that. That's
Here,
what happens at companies, right?
5 or 6 people or something, allegedly. Hypothetically,
Allegedly,
5 or 6 people in there.
hypothetically, allegedly, two forthwith. And then allegedly, the money ran out
I'm still
and
here.
he
I'm
got very depressed, but he
yeah.
also had a prostate issue, or as Medea would say, a prostrate issue. And because of the prostrate issue, they had an agreement where they would be with other people or something, allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, in her being able to be with other people while on the show, this dude is here.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, it's the guy from South Carolina who was the
Oh
before
my
G
god.
guy.
Still? So the guy she was
Allegedly.
alleged. Oh, and she probably never allegedly left him.
Right? So I think G might have got Federline.
Oh,
Because you know the story with Federline and Britney Spears. So Federline had a baby mama. And
okay.
then then he went on dancing tours with Britney Spears, and he was the legendary backup dancer, become pop star husband, become baby daddy, become I get all your money for child support. Yeah.
And
But the story is, the urban legend that allegedly is that he had an arrangement with first baby mama, talking about just bring me the money, bruh.
oh, and guess what? Speaking of allegedly, all this information probably came from Crazy Days and Nights blind items at one point.
Yeah,
Lila and some flyer.
yeah,
Some of the stuff like
allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah,
Like this,
yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy,
Wow. So,
crazy.
so is
So
the
how
guy
you get them's how you lose them.
or how you keep them sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember,
This
she's
is
like
almost a Scandival, except for they had a real arrangement. It's not like a perceived arrangement.
received arrangement. Exactly. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting upset with them. Like, I'm actually mad at all of them.
Yeah,
I'm mad, I'm mad at Sandoval for saying that James, for going and bringing up the Christian shit. Okay.
I'm not.
You're
I'm not.
not. That is
Nope.
so old. See, I feel like
Nope.
now, like,
Nope.
you
But
don't
it
get to say
speaks to
that.
your character. It speaks to your character
They
that
don't
it's
be
okay for you to do something, even if it was 10 years ago. They
right.
also both acknowledged that they never reconciled from that. They never brought it up. He never apologized for it. They just kind of moved on. And he started calling him bruv. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bruv. Hey, bruv. Hey, bruv. And so, but Tom is saying, and rightfully so, that was some messed up stuff, and I never recovered from it. I
Well, then
just
you.
moved on because that's what a lot of guys do. That's what he had to do with Jax too, because Jax was boning Kristen,
Oh
and
man,
while they were never right again, he
never.
did do that. Let's go have a drink, bruv. And it was seemingly moved on, and bruv, oh, you know how they grunt a lot. Uh, that means everything's okay.
Tom's like
And so,
the.
yeah, they're crazy though. I was appreciative that
Yeah.
he said, before I answer your question, because he was just trying to get a gauge of the man's state of mind. Like, you're going to
Yeah.
step to me on my birthday and take this opportunity to try to make me feel bad and compare what I did to you as to what you did to me. But let's just be clear and acknowledge that you did do something to me similar. So I'm gonna be like, whoa, 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 wait. Yeah, we can have a drink over here. You're kind of killing my mushrooms.
Yeah, true.
We can have a drink over here. But let me just say, you did do something with Kristen, right? I don't care if
Mhm.
it was when you were, I don't care that it was 10 years ago. I
I do.
really don't. Because the entire show, like I said, for them to pretend
Mhm.
like the beginning doesn't matter is maddening. The entire show, the first episode, is narrated by Lisa Vanderpump's voice saying, "Well, Sheena's getting harassed by the ladies because she was sleeping with the married man." The very first episode. So, like, the roots of this shit is that, and you don't want me to bring up the beginning now because it was 12 years ago? That's ridiculous.
Well, then you should have said that. Oh, look, I want to fuck Rachel one day because you fuck Kristen. You know what I
But
mean?
that wasn't what it was. It
That's like
wasn't
oh my
what it
god.
was. It can seem like that all day long. It can definitely seem like that all day long. And
Hmm.
but that's not what it was. And in James' tiny human mind, because James would do some shit like that. James was plotted enough to be like, I need a place to stay.
Yeah,
Kristen and okay, yeah, Kristen's an in. I want to be on the show. Kristen's an in. He was plotted, you guys.
of
He
course.
was so plotted and admittedly braggadocious about
Yeah,
his plot.
was next to her.
Okay. So, excuse me if somebody did turn around and even plot on you while I TD Jakes and be like, even if I did,
Even if
you
I did,
know,
what you gonna do about it,
like,
buddy?
even if I did, let's
Hmm.
just be clear that you did too. So, you can't throw a stone at me, sir.
But he can. I
No,
legit.
he can't. Plus, it was 6 months later, Krista.
It's the first time
It
he's seen
wasn't
him.
while the bitch was still in my house.
Yeah,
It wasn't,
because you
dude.
I
When
know.
he boned Kristen, it wasn't out yet that he was really boning Ariana, was it?
Yes, that's why they broke up, because he left her for Ariana. And then
But
Kristen was like, guess what? So she got with
when
James.
James smashed Kristen,
The user.
though, it
Yes,
was
he was with
only
her.
within weeks of their turmoil. It wasn't 6 months
They were broken
later.
up. Yeah, but they were completely broken up. He was completely with Ariana. And then next
Well,
season comes.
when he smashed
Yeah.
Raquel, as
Yes.
far as her proximity to James, he
Oh, okay.
was telling everybody that Allie was the love of his life. He had no idea what love was before he met Allie for 6 months by the time he started smashing.
Yeah.
So it's
I
not the
know.
same. There's weeks and there's months. It's not the same. There's an apple, there's an orange. It's not the same.
Do you think it was the right time for Tom to even stay? Like, I just feel like uh, there had to be a
Yeah, I feel like it was the right
conversation.
time. If you're gonna come to me on
Okay.
my motherfucking birthday, when I finally got the lady upstairs who's freaking
And
squatting here
God,
to terrorize me, next she's
oh
gonna
my God.
open up a jar of cockroaches and unleash them in the party
What?
so that she can run my guest off because she's Pacific Heights in
That's a
my
good
ass.
fucking idea.
Anybody who doesn't know, there's a movie called Pacific Heights where this
Yeah.
guy moves into a house in Pacific Heights in
Oh
San
my
Francisco,
God.
and in order to not pay rent, he starts doing all this crazy stuff, including mason jars full of cockroaches, so so the health inspector would come and be like, you have to fix this before you can get your
Oh,
rent. And then he like, yeah, it was crazy. So basically Ariana doesn't want to take money to get money, so she's like, we have to sell the house. What's the point of that? Getting money. Let
I
me buy
feel like
you out. What's the point of that? Getting money.
he
The
needs to
point
buy
is
her
the
out, but
house
she
is
needs to
sold.
let him. Yeah, she
You
needs
know,
to
so
let
everybody's tripping. Don't come in
They're
my
all
house
tripping. They're all
when I
tripping.
finally get a moment on my birthday and try to make it about you with Sally outside.
It
Don't
was
do it.
wrong time.
That was the wrong time. It was a valid conversation on
Yeah.
both ends. I feel like he had a right to be like, are you going to just say sorry for betraying me? So we could hear how crazy that fool is. He's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. White Kanye is crazy. Ask Kanye. If he thinks he is due an apology for somebody smashing his ex-girlfriend who he'd
Mm-hmm.
been broke up with for 6 months and had a torrid affair with 6 months after he was done abusing her allegedly.
Oh, that's getting me.
And the same man who
I'm
smashed Lala during said relationship and lied to her about it for years. But now you want an apology for betrayal? He never apologized to Raquel for betraying her. He told her he'd do it all over again and laughed in her face when he was petting Graham.
because she
And
hurt
said he
him.
was on his way to his real love's house. What betrayal? He's trying to create moments. Even though that blue jacket looks spectacular with his eyes, it
I
doesn't matter
know.
what the hell's coming out of his mouth. He doesn't make sense.
I like him. I love James this season. I feel like James doesn't get any. I feel like the fact that they're bringing up this stuff now, like Kristen brought that up in the book now, alleging that it's him, and then Raquel wants to start talking about it. It pisses me off because I feel like James is finally. Now listen, if he is
He's
trying to
finally
get
the number
sober,
one guy.
listen, he can be the number one guy if he's got to get sober because he's maybe allegedly SA, or I'm sorry, DV. Then good for him. But they need to leave him alone about it because apparently, allegedly, Allie wants to stay with him, and Allie's okay with him not drinking, and maybe allegedly, maybe that's why he's not drinking, right? And then she's like,
Did
if he
you
drinks,
see
yeah,
QT's in a podcast
no,
where
I fuck with him.
they were talking about at the MTV Music Awards. They were
Oh
in a
yeah, I
car
heard that. Yep,
with Allie and James, and they had to physically separate them when things got hot.
that's what they
Allie just went on Sheena's podcast this morning,
denied it, right?
and Allie denied everything and said, "Yeah, we did fight, but they didn't have to separate us. They're lying." You
Was there
know,
a
Tammy's
headbutting
gonna come
incident?
back and eat that little girl up. She should have played her tarot cards
He
first. She should have
knows.
done a spread, a
She
3 card
does.
spread,
I
to see
think she
what the
did.
heck was about to happen,
No, I
because
think James
she's
is her
about to get
person.
shredded.
I think James is her person, and I think that she calmed him down. I think I think that she has set him in his place, and if he's going to change, I think she's the one that's going to do it with him. Like I feel like he was extremely hurt by Raquel. He was probably abusive, I see. But the only thing I've ever seen is Kristen slap him. To be honest, we saw Kristen
So
slap him.
remember, when the last season Raquel and James were
Yes.
together.
Yes.
And
Totally.
he mushed her face so hard they had to take
Allegedly.
pictures on OnlyFans
Toes
for
for no
a new
reason.
nose. And it's not
Toes for
allegedly. He said, I said I'm sorry. Didn't he say
Did he
some
really do
bullshit
it?
like that?
No, he did admit
He
to it.
acknowledged that he did it.
That's right.
And then he ended up telling her after he mushed her new nose job, made her nose crooked, they're selling toe picks for a realignment.
Toes for
Then
nose.
he had the nerve to tell her later, emotional abuse, talking about, you think somebody wants to be with your ugly, crooked nose? Remember, he said some bullshit like that?
Yeah, but
So even if he wasn't putting hands on her, putting words on people can be equally as abusive.
I understand. I get it.
Hey
Hey,
guys,
me.
Hey, Emmanuel.
I came up because I have thoughts
Sure, go ahead.
Yes.
about Vanderpump Rules.
Go ahead.
Because
Yes,
what
please.
the hell is this? What are these people on? I mean, I can't stand any one of them from the biggest to the smallest. I mean,
Okay, go
Sheena.
ahead. Tell me everything.
What is Sheena's problem? Why is she constant? Why does she want to make herself a victim so bad? Every sentence that comes out of her mouth is something about scandal and how it affected her anxiety. Girl, stop. They ain't got
Mhm.
nothing to do with you. Ariana,
Yes.
self-entitled brat,
Yes.
thinks she
I
owns the
agree.
world.
I
Who,
agree.
who is Ariana? Who is
Listen,
she?
I get it.
A
She has no
washed
right
up
to pay bills, not pay
uh,
fucking bills.
bartender? Like, come on. The people, listen, y'all made her into
Okay.
something that she's not.
Yeah.
Like that's his house. You know, he can have a
It's
party
also
if he
her
wants.
house.
You're not a dictator. And
Yes,
I'm
especially for
sorry, but if this man's giving you the opportunity to buy you out and you're
right.
still refusing, I'm sorry,
Yep.
that's on you. You don't want to move.
Exactly.
You still want to
Exactly.
be with him. You still want to be in his presence.
Mhm.
So
She
that's
just
the thing.
exactly.
James, I can't stand him.
Oh,
Because he's I it's too immature. I mean,
not
these people are
anymore.
way too old to be acting this way.
No,
And another thing, why are all these people, James, Sheena, why are they like mad at Sandoval for not reaching out to them? I mean,
I know.
so they
they're
obliterated him
crazy.
at the reunion, called him every name except the child of God, and now they're mad that Sandoval didn't text them.
I know.
Hmm.
I
And
know.
for
What the?
Schwartz to be mad that he didn't come to the restaurant he was banned from.
Exactly. And fuck you, Greg. Who the fuck are you? I don't like that motherfucker. He tells him he's going to spit in Tom's face if he comes to the restaurant. He goes on a show to fix himself or whatever. He goes away like they ask, and then they get mad at him for not showing the fuck up when Greg said he would spit in his face and walk out. Who does that? What kind of owner does that? First of all,
Right.
anyway, Tom was wrong, but Swartz's dad was sick, his brother was sick, his wife left him. But go ahead, Emmanuel, go ahead, because I want to hear like, what do you think about Lala now? Like Lala, and
Lala, I she got on my nerves last season because I also thought she was like riding the coattails of all this,
of this,
especially because she was the wrong messenger because she had just cheated with James when he was with Raquel. So she's lucky that they didn't make that into a big deal.
right?
But this season, I
Boring.
like that. What I do like about her is that she did tell Ariana she was wrong to her face. So
Yeah,
that I do appreciate.
me too.
So it'll be interesting to see the how the people will deal with Ariana thinking she's superhuman.
Now, I agree with that. I agree with say, first of all, if you're not going to pay bills for 8 months, you have no right to tell this guy.
That
Yes,
part, I believe him.
why are you doing that? And how do you should know how much half of your mortgage is. You've been there for 10 years. You should know what half of the bills of that house are, right? I mean, I know exactly what half of my mortgage or whatever my house payments are. So you don't need an itemized thing. You should know how much you should put towards the house. So when you say you can't move out and get an apartment, it's not financially like smart, but you're not paying to live there anymore. I understand it's your house, but you have to agree to let him buy you out. I don't think it's illegal to tell him you can't buy me out. I think he has to I think they get first choice, right? And so she's wasting her time. A lawyer's lying to her if she thinks she has anything to sue him for.
Right.
I and listen, I'm upset. Yeah, he cheated on her, but yeah, say yes to everything, Ariana. Get as much money, make as much money as you can. But when you come back and you act like that, I'm like, you're
And then
still
she's
bitter.
all, I can't afford the rents.
And don't treat Anne like she's like this poor Anne. Poor Anne.
Anne is her assistant now, you guys. Did you hear?
No.
Anne is her current assistant.
So she's not Tom. She started a podcast.
Right.
And she's, oh my God. This girl is fucked up now.
They're trying to get so much clout. These people are clout chasers.
I can't. That made me so mad. I'm like,
Allie's
Jesus,
one of the biggest clout chasers.
Oh,
She
Allie,
put it in
RHOBH.
She did a card spread that said, if you X, Y, and Z, you can get this girl.
I agree with Sheena. Do you think that Sheena took her chin out? Does Sheena not look like first season Sheena? Her chin.
Yeah. She looked just like her mom.
Yeah, she looks completely different.
She looks different. She looks like first season Sheena. I think she got a chin, and I think she got it taken out. Or when she's wearing her hair back like it's 1989 or something. Yeah, I don't like her. I know that she has the OCD and all. But I can't stand that one thing when they go, I miss what Sandoval used to be to me. What he used to be to me. That little whiny to me.
Like, and Katie's so bitter. Can we talk about the how bitter Katie is still? I mean, like, I thought you left Tom to be happy.
Okay, I'll come in.
Happiness. I thought making sandwiches made you happy. Where's your happiness? Like, why is it always a smirk and not a smile? Like, I'm just like, what's up with
everything? She has one nice thing to say about anything. Go ahead, Annie. Sorry.
Can someone in her inner circle please tell her that her fashion is atrocious?
Yes.
Atrocities upon us.
I thought maybe the style was to dress like with suits, and because it looks cute on Ariana, it looks cute on Lala. But I feel too that Lala, I think production set her up to call Raquel. Because I think they were still trying to get Raquel back. I think that bitch is lying. I mean, she's telling the truth about that, Raquel. I'm not supporting Raquel anymore. I don't like her. I don't like her going on her podcast and talking about James being abusive. Now, you should have said it before. You didn't. What are you saying for it now? Because now you're losing clout. So now you're going to use other shit. And now she's going to recap the show. No, I don't really care what the fuck she has to say about the show, Rachel, at all. So that's my opinion on Rachel. And also, Alex Baskin said there's no way, there's not an opening ever for her. So she did something to piss off production because Sheena said that Alex Baskin, is there a door open for Raquel next year? And he said no. He was like a flat out no.
Lisa,
like, yeah,
I know Lisa's not happy with her either. Lisa Vanderpump.
Well, you know what? Like the way she's talking, it's like she's not making fucking sense. The shit, I forget some of the stuff she was saying, but it's not making any sense. She's like,
who's not making sense?
Yeah, I left for this reason, I left for that reason. And then she's talking about how the dog was there because they wanted to get her to come to wherever. And like, they didn't need the dog to get you back on the show. Like, but I do believe at one point, Lala did do that. But then Lala not doubles down. She goes and watch her happens live. She's like, thank God she didn't answer. Fuck that shit. So I like Lala calling out Ariana, because it is true. Like, it is his house. He should be able to have a birthday party. If you're not paying rent, you don't get a right to say who has said birthday party.
And why isn't he suing her, evicting her, if she's not paying rent? Oh, because she put such a large amount in that until he itemizes
she does not lose
how her half was also spent, she doesn't feel like she should pay anything else, is what
I don't know why she's not. No, she should pay bills in her. She should have never stopped paying those bills.
Right. And you know what? When Sandoval said that there were about 8 months of bills that weren't paid, I believe him, because look at Ariana's room and how disorganized it was.
She kind of admitted it. No, she kind of admitted it. She said, why would I write it? She goes, I asked him plenty of times for an itemized receipt or whatever of all the things I owe him, half of the bills. Ariana, you should know what half the bills are. You don't need a receipt for that. You just stopped paying them because you didn't fucking feel like it. And you knew he felt so bad. He's paying it. That's why he's fucking broke. Listen, I don't understand this. They own 2 restaurants. Maybe they only own 10%, but they make a huge amount of money on both restaurants. How can Schwartz not own a house? Or how can he not afford a house? I know they're making money on the show, right? I don't understand it. If Jax fucking Taylor, who doesn't just got a job, can afford a house, I don't understand what's happening. And like, maybe the restaurant did cost them money. But how come Kate, like,
and then plus whatever he would buy her out for would obviously be substantial market value for whatever it is. So she's acting like she would lose money dealing with him when that's not the case. She's just being a bitter Betty who needs to get over it. You cheated on him with Kristen. You got him for 10 years. Ta-da! You lost him how you got him. Move on, lady.
I understand that too. Like, but the only thing, like, if large, I'm not large. Oh my god, if Ariana is very like me, like it took me so long to feel at home at this house. Like we own this home, right? So if it was this and me, I would, if I owned the home, I would be pissed. I wouldn't want to leave either. However, you don't get the, you don't get the right to tell them to have parties. That's my whole thing. Just live there then. Like, just live there. If you're not gonna let them buy you out, then fucking live there and don't say shit. Can you see them now?
Yeah, I see this one too, Shay.
I can see all your
That's weird.
comments. They don't see their comments. Did I do something to it or something? But anyway, I hope you guys can see them.
Also, can I say,
Yeah.
totally off topic,
Yeah,
shout out to Curves, because Carlos King now knows who she is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what I missed.
That was hilarious.
It was on Dr. Heavenly's live with Carlos. Curves was sending super chats, and there was one that like Carlos, like, he was laughing so hard about it.
Aww.
We were laughing so hard. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Okay.
Hilarious. Let me see.
I like Carlos King. I like Carlos. I think that he's messy. He's messy.
It's so funny that he acknowledged me too, because I had just got finished doing a live like 2 weeks ago, finally being like, fine, Carlos isn't the problem. People being willing to go lower the problem, because there are people like Dr. Heavenly whose family is not for sale, period. She's not willing to just do anything, say anything, give us anything like that in that regard. She'll give us all a reality, but not that she's not selling her family, her marriage, nothing like that. And people have a choice. And that's not being fake. That's making a choice on what's important to you. So, at least in my opinion. So, that's what I was saying. Just 2 weeks ago, I finally got off his jock. And because I was like, Carlos is a problem. Carlos is a problem.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
And now I'm like, no, he's not the problem. And then just the other day on Tuesday, he was on Dr. Heavenly's live.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that comment that said, how perhaps a weekend jaunt to Tammy's for season 11. It was hilarious because we were talking about how wrong they're doing Dr. Jackie, making her go back to the season of the crime where her husband was. And
wait, hold on, where'd it go? Oh, there it's now you can. Okay. Oh, that would be cool. Larger, you would be really good at that. Can we hear it?
Can you guys hear it?
No, I hear you though. You hear us guys, right? Do I have to do anything or no?
Yeah, here you go. Here's the sound. It's the weekend jaunt to Tammy's.
Carlos, love that.
Funny. Yeah.
Weekends at
jaunt to Tammy's.
Oh, I can't hear him. I didn't hear what he said.
That's perhaps messy freedoms the raindrops. LRGA Curves spent $80. Making money all night though. Okay, hi Curves. Her weekend jaunt for Tammy's season 11. You are officially the amendment comment of the night. The night. Erica, I know Erica. Not jaunt to Tammy's.
So that was that.
She's not damn. Okay, wait a minute. What? No. LRGA Curves. She's in the. Oh, I'm cool with Tammy. Okay. Don't know her.
Okay. That was funny, huh?
Yeah, I like to.
That was funny.
But that happened something. Johnny Bananas. The day Johnny Bananas was on a live, and he acknowledged one of my things. I was all excited. I love Johnny Bananas. But,
no way, Johnny Bananas on a Traders thing recently.
Yes, that's him. That I love him. I'm obsessed with him. He's on. He's
yeah.
doing the challenge. coming back to be a champion or whatever. Because I know him from the challenge, whatever. But like sometimes like I guess his stories. I guess when I like a story, it goes into a DM, and then he'll heart it, and I'm like screenshot it. I was like, oh, he knows my own thing.
He was on House of Villains too.
Yes, I'm obsessed with Johnny Bananas. I've been watching him for years, since he started, like 20 years ago. On he's like one of the originals. But I love this challenge.
I know Curbs is watching The Traitors. Are you, Krista?
I did it, but I just started it because I just watched the season that's on now. I just watched the first 2 of them. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening. Can somebody tell me? All right.
You need to watch the second one because it's so good.
I'm watching. So I watched
with
it.
Phaedra.
But listen, are all the people that are going to be on there already there? Do they add people? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
well, wait. Unless they do, they can do what they want.
No, like they can add like another reality person to come in if like people die, right?
We don't want to give anything away. Go ahead,
I don't
Emmanuel.
understand what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I just know that like some people are faithfuls, some people are traitors, and only the traitors know who the traitors are, but nobody knows who the faithfuls are. But you have to guess who the
nobody knows who the traitors are.
But the traitors know who the traitors are.
Yeah, they know each other.
But they already called one out, one left, right? So they already called one of them out.
Yes, that's right.
So then what happens then? There's 2 more.
There's 2 more. They extended an invitation to another faithful.
Poverty, right? Poverty.
No, they extended it to. Spoilers alert, everyone. They extended it to Peter, the Bachelor. I haven't seen the new one, which was last night, so I don't know if he accepted it.
So we're not really ruining anything.
I don't think he accepted it though, based on the previews.
I don't understand what's happening. Like I don't know how they.
Okay. So let me explain to you. So it's a group of people, right? And they are all together living in that amazing castle in Scotland. There's, but there's traitors.
Yes.
And no one knows who they are.
So wait,
there were 3 initially, but one of them was voted out. So what happens every night is that everyone gets together at the round table, and they have to,
including the traitors,
everybody.
And they have
nobody knows who the traitors are except for the traitors.
So what are faithfuls?
People who are not traitors.
Anybody who's not a traitor.
Not a traitor.
Right.
But all the faithfuls, nobody knows who anybody is, right?
That exactly.
No, the traitors are the only ones who know who the traitors are, and therefore the traitors know who the faithfuls are. The faithfuls don't know anything, and they're all always together.
Okay. And they one of them gets murdered every night or a week, right?
One gets banished and one gets murdered.
Why?
Every night. To make things go fast. You see how many people was at the round table? There was like 30 people at the round table.
Wait, do they know who murders them?
No.
No, that's the point.
They get a letter, and it says you've been murdered.
Oh, so wait. Okay, hold on. So the traitors choose somebody to murder, and then somebody's murdered, and nobody knows who does it, and then they have to pick. So then all the people go around table and try to figure out who murdered.
Right. And then they banish someone who they think is a traitor. But they don't always get it right. They, especially this season, they have eliminated a lot of faithfuls.
Like 8 at least, right?
Yeah.
And 1 traitor, right?
Yeah, they have just 1 traitor.
What happens if they guess all the traitors before the show's over?
Then the money's up for grabs with the faithfuls. If 1 traitor makes it to the finale, then none of the faithfuls can win. The traitor gets to win because they deceived everybody till the end.
I'm so lost. All right, I guess I'm caught. Maybe you have to explain to me one more time, another time. But like, I'm getting into it because I'm liking how fucking funny they are. Like,
they're hilarious.
Love Phaedra.
And then there's a romance going on. Phaedra and CT.
Oh
yes.
Phaedra said that CT is her castle daddy. You guys.
What?
Yes.
Wait, CT's married.
CT is her castle daddy.
He's married.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
Hey.
CT and Bananas.
She announced it on Watch What Happens Live. She said that was her castle daddy.
I do not fangirl over anybody but Bananas, CT, and Ryan fucking Bailey.
And you know what?
What?
Larsa is not as stupid as she portrays to be.
Right?
She knew what was going on, and that's why they killed her. But she was putting 2 and 2 together pretty good.
So she
did very well. Except I didn't peg that dude Dan, he's not very alpha to me.
You can't binge watch it in a day because there's only
Yeah,
episodes, right? Not all the episodes
He
are out.
was odd enough and
Uh-huh.
very too quiet.
Let me ask you a
Never
question.
has
yeah.
anything to
He was a
say.
horrible trader.
Let
Absolutely.
me ask you guys a question. What are the traders? So all right, let me think. So basically, they have to all kind of figure out each other. Like, so do they? Oh, they do challenges and stuff, right?
Right. They do physical challenges also.
Okay,
That should win more money. Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
And then they try to figure out who's shady or who would murder. Like, so they just hang out and try to figure out each other's personality. Like, oh, you must.
Well,
Be
yep. Because while you're doing challenges, like
yeah.
sometimes the theory is that the trader might sabotage somebody somehow, or the trader doesn't go for the shield of immunity because
Stupid,
they don't need it because they're a trader. So sometimes the traders will go for the shield of immunity to make people think
The
they're not a
shield.
trader, but they really were a trader, because it's Survivor like that where you get a shield of immunity.
So confused now.
And then
You
you
lost,
add money to the pot.
you
And
lost
then the strategy, though, for voting people off as
yeah.
far as, or for murdering people
Who's the
as
best?
traders,
Yeah.
so far it's been pretty self-serving. As it turns out, it was very Dan driven, but now he just recently was the trader that got revealed, so we'll see what happens next, because
So
I think she's gonna have to watch out for this other one too, because she was already trying to throw Phaedra under the bus. They both immediately tried to throw Phaedra under the bus.
Yep, they did.
I'm so confused. It's okay. I'll figure it out. It must be the water around here. I don't understand what's happening, but a little. I'm a little. I don't know. It's probably just I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it. See, I'm like a hands-on learner. I can't really follow directions, so I'm trying to understand what's happening. I'm about to just watch it, and I'll figure it out. I'm caught up on this season. Were any of them on last traders? Because we didn't talk.
No, oh, except for Kat Chastain, who just got there in all the brown, and she just had
Yeah.
the baby. Yeah, so they brought her back for some reason. Now, last season, did they bring anybody? Did they add anybody mid-season? I don't remember them doing that. But this season, they
I
brought her back because I think she had to leave for some reason last season, so
so
they
what
brought her
happened?
back. I would have made her the trader if it was me.
So how many people win the money?
One.
Just one. Last man standing.
Mhm.
But wait, the
Right.
traders think each other are though.
Right. But if the other people vote them as traitors,
Uh,
then
so what
if
if
you're still the last traitor standing,
yeah, I'm so all right. I'm gonna have to watch it. Dan
yeah.
wants to
So
see.
like last season, it got down to the last traitors, and there was still traitors left, but the other people were like, "I think you're a traitor," and sure enough, they were
I
a
can't,
traitor. And then the other traitors vote against you too.
don't ever have me on your team, guys, because you know that my face. I can't I have no poker face at all.
Yeah, they
Like
would know
Yeah.
you were a traitor if you were.
I'm
They would know right away.
Did look
you guys
sneaky.
just suck. Like I was gonna have me in
Wear
your team
socks
ever.
with dress shoes.
But I still don't know why they picked Parvati. I would have personally, I
Right?
would have picked
Probably because
Sandra
she's like
or
nobody.
MJ.
That's what I thought too.
Shay, stop it. I'm obsessed with Ryan. I've been upset. Let me just explain myself real fast. Because
Look, I'm having to Google Ryan Bailey.
he was the first podcaster when podcasters became a thing in 2020 podcasting. He was the first one
Oh,
I listened to. He was the
beautiful.
first
Thank
one,
you.
but no, listen, I didn't have any boundaries. Listen, you guys are gonna laugh. I had no boundaries. So he has no idea who he has no idea who I am, or I scared him away because I used to send him massive fucking novel DMs about everything he was talking about. And I didn't realize that was like not a good thing to do. And he never answered me. And I literally was on his Patreon for years. I paid for like the top tier. I was always, his mom just passed away. I was always talking to him. I was like always seeing him BravoCon. He would fucking ignore me. And like he would literally only acknowledge me if I was on Adam's thing, if he was there. But I think I'm obsessed with him because he won't acknowledge me. I think, where'd you go, Manny? I'm upset with Ryan, and I got out of his Patreon after his mom passed away because of the way that he acted about something. So I just was like, and two, I don't like rejection, and I've been so like trying to stay away from people that reject me. Like, if you're not going to acknowledge me, then, or like, I'm not good enough to collab with you, then I'm just not going to
I
support
don't
you.
even know who Ryan is.
You don't? Good.
No.
Listen, he's all right. He's iHeart now. He started out like us, like a regular podcaster, and like with just putting the stuff out there, and then he got a thing with iHeart, and then he was on Patreon, and then he got too good for that. Well, he's still on there, and now he's at iHeart. So it's like he doesn't collab much or really. And if he does, we have the same kind of a personality and opinions, and that's why I like him. But he's good looking too. And then he acted like he was single for this whole entire time. Terry's laughing right now because Terry knows my obsession with Ryan. I was literally obsessed with him, and like, and the fact that he won't collab with me made it worse. So like, when the more you ignore me, the more I want you, right? So like, I just like, I'm
what sign are you?
Sag. True
Sagittarius. Yeah.
I'm a true Sagittarian. I cut you off in a motherfucking heartbeat, and you'll never exist again. Or, you know, I can cut you the fuck off. But we get hurt very easily.
Right.
Ryan thinks, something happened. Now then we find out he's like, I'm a lonely old podcaster. I'm a straight man. I'm living in my apartment, podcasting behind a microphone in my bedroom. Then we find out he's got a whole ass girlfriend that he lives with and shit for the last 2 years. Nobody knows who she is. But to be honest, he's never denied. He never actually said he was looking for a girlfriend, but he did say he was single for a while. Not my problem.
Right.
I would like to know who she is. I mean, I guess I'll never have a chance now. I mean, I'm married and everything, but like, he's my pass, my hall pass.
How long ago is it?
He's my hall pass. Do you want to see what he looks like? You want to see Ryan?
Yeah, I want to see what he looks
I
like.
know who he is. Exactly
how long ago this was. Is this like when Howard Stern first had a radio show? Like, is he old?
No, 2020. It was 2020.
Oh, only 3 years. Okay.
Yeah, when everybody started podcasts in 2020. Hold on, Ryan Bailey.
Ryan is a 4-letter word. It is.
Why is she saying that? That's weird. I don't know that was saying word. Actor. He's not an actor. All right, here's Ryan. Oh shoot! Hold on. I'm so blind. Oh my god. Can you see him?
Oh yeah.
You know Ryan.
I think I've seen him. Is that him with the gray beard? I think I've seen him like that.
Yeah. Here, I'll pull his thing up. Hold on. Don't get mad at me, Ryan, if I play your thing.
Meredith Marks needs a bathtub, you guys. Come on, that is the big, like the fact that Meredith entire episode complaining about not having a bathtub. That to me is iconic behavior.
See what he predicts for Vanderpump Rules. Is he spot on? Yeah. Is he good?
He's oh my god, I haven't heard anything this year, but let me see what he says this year. He's really good. He's really good. Our opinions match all the time, but I just get so mad. I'm like, why won't you talk to me, asshole? Why don't you pay attention to me? Ryan Bailey and Vanderpump. He just put it out yesterday, so he's good. He's like me. We have them as the same opinions.
So he thinks Ariana should stay in the house.
Am I allowed to play his stuff?
Play it without us seeing it. Why don't you? Or fast forward it and speed it up.
How do I? Where's that at? Right here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Playback speed.
Yeah.
I'll put it at
1.25. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can just play it, right?
Yeah, and then just go to someplace in it and play
you see it?
Any place.
Okay, here we go. And I can play it, right? All right.
Relationship because Ariana does not want to, but now you got the Vanderpump Rules after show, which you can find on Peacock. It's like a 22-minute episode that they've done they did it last year too, I think. Maybe they do it on Beverly Hills, but it's 22 minutes where it's just like, if you thought the episode got you mad, watch that VPR after show. It'll further enrage you. And I'm like, what are we doing this for? Is this like blood pressure? What is going on? Oh, it fills in a lot of the blanks. How are you guys? Are you good? What did you think of this episode? Let me just be honest. Like, if
he must talk slow. Can you make him even faster?
Make him faster?
As time marches on,
make him
this
more
episode will get better and better. Okay. And there are so many good scenes in this episode, so many funny little weird moments, which we'll talk about. But at the same time, I don't know. It left me feel. At times, I felt cold inside. It didn't feel like it had all of the pieces. But I think what it is, it's just that these people they truly dislike each other. They truly dislike each other. And it is one of those things that they are, of course, they're friends. They've known each other for a long time, but they are at a spot where they truly dislike each other. And I think they all kind of know it. And even Schwartz will allude to it, done the work.
There are a lot of people in here that don't like him at all.
That actually did the work.
Okay, what happened?
I said there are a lot of people in here that don't like him at all. Look,
really?
He has a twitchy jaw.
So they shaved a minute off the first 2 episodes.
They're like,
every episode lasted. So they shaved a minute.
Terry even said he's a 4-letter word.
I don't know that. No, I was confused. I thought Terry followed.
What did he do that people would hate?
I don't know. Listen,
What did he do, ladies?
That's new.
What did he do?
I don't know. That's new.
Oh, they did a good show last week. Terry said.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of different shit. He doesn't do it with me though.
I like Bravo Bros sometimes.
But wait,
I don't always agree. But yeah, it sounded like he has a POV like similar to a lot of people. So he sounds Team Ariana for sure. Is he Team James? Does he think James had a point?
I don't know.
I wonder. Well, thanks for letting me see him because yeah, let me see. And he's not that bad looking. He definitely isn't my type of
bad there. He looks really bad there.
He's an arrogant, rude. Oh, that's why we don't like him, because he's arrogant and rude to Krista. Oh, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Asshole.
You
don't be an asshole.
For a movie called Love Reconsidered at the Lemleys in Encino, which is very close. What would it take for you to be like, well, fuck that guy? That's all bullshit. And I will say, too, is that Allie Luber, DJ James Kennedy's, oh, beautiful Allie, you're so beautiful, the love of my life, equine, very equine, like a beautiful horse. Sorry. She seems so sane. Am I? Like, she seems sane. Like, she seems like she makes the right decision. Like, so much so that I'm almost trying to see DJ James Kennedy through her eyes. Like, DJ James Kennedy,
that's what I'm saying.
If you already dislike him, you have to admit, the guy knows his way around a fucking talking head. When you put that camera on him in a room, like when he had the line at the very end of like, you know, it's a who's who. No, like literally, who the fuck are these people? Like, that was hysterical. But, you know, he definitely has had so many problematic scenes on this show, and allegedly things that have happened outside of this show, outside of filming. But with Allie, I'm like,
you guys want to see this or no? I mean, I think it's fucking hysterical. I think he's hysterical, but I can watch it on my own time. But yeah, I'm obsessed with Ryan. Like, seriously. I'm obsessed with Ryan.
Oh.
I can put it back. I just watch it, but he's funny. He's hysterical. Like, he goes, and when he does, oh my God, when he does Beverly Hills, he's hysterical. I did miss him. I'm like, maybe I will watch him again.
Mm-hmm.
He's really fucking funny because we agree with him as everything. He's trying to watch James through Allie's eyes. So am I. I'm trying. But, so what were they saying about him? Yeah, he looks like he's fucking on something, right? Maybe, I mean, I fast forwarded it, but like, he looks like shit. Yes, Mimir. Yes. Ryan. I mean, I don't know why he looks like shit, but
he has a grinding jaw.
I didn't know.
Jack jaw. I call that Jack jaw.
I noticed something. Yeah, I just noticed that, but it could be because I set him up a little bit. Sorry, Ryan. I made it look
Jack jaw.
Anyway, so what else?
Telltale signs.
So listen, now that Salt Lake's over, we got Vanderpump. When is Beverly Hills over? How many more episodes do we have with Beverly Hills? Probably like what, 4 maybe?
I think only like 1 or 2, right?
Very long season. And what the fuck? Nothing happened. Okay, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining, actually. Never mind. I'm not complaining.
I didn't like that Erica Girardi Keys had the audacity.
Who did?
I can't believe that the Erica wanted Erica wanted an apology from the ladies. She's crazy.
She's still asking for it. I don't get it. In her mind, her perception, somehow this validates her some way. It didn't do anything but just say that the court doesn't have actual proof where some of the money went. Like, it just, to me, she hasn't won anything. Nothing's changed, except they just can't prove it in court. And it's not what you know. It's what you can prove in court. And you might know that the money was bought with, or they bought the money, but we can't prove that. But that doesn't validate her. You know what I mean? And why would she think that they all owe her a fucking huge, I'm sorry, crying apology that she has to put roses in the water over it? It's not that fucking serious, Erica. They were
so she wants some, right?
She wants some fucking empathy. She can't even give it.
Right. She needed to go to somebody to find out how to feel bad for somebody, but now she wants these women to feel bad for her enough to say, we're sorry. Like, and even Erica would tell you, I don't apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why are you expecting what you're not even willing to give? She is so privileged and entitled, as much fun as she is drunk.
I know. I loved it. I love that Erica.
I like that she can dance and she has rhythm.
Smart. She looks up facts. You know, she looked those facts up, right?
Well, right then at dinner?
Well, no, I think she did it beforehand, but I think that's smart. If you're gonna meet people, look up things about what they're into, what they, you know what I mean, and like engage. I think if she did it, that she's really smart, or if she did that, and I think that's really smart to do when you're like a group of people that prestigious or whatever, and they liked it. She said these people, all you gotta do is ask them about themselves or talk about themselves, and they had a great conversation, and I loved the fact that she was funny and she was drunk and she was like dancing on Garcelle's bed, and she's like, oh, she thought that the chef's dad was coming in because she was so drunk. She's like, okay, I'll leave. But it was so cute. And I'm like, Erica, you fucking ruined it with your I want an apology. I owed an apology.
Like to literally stand at the water's edge where we just had that lovely moment and then make it all about some stuff that you're still guilty for. That judgment didn't mean anything. It didn't mean anything in the scheme of everything.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like,
where's Aaron? I was not arguing my Aaron. You say
I'm
Aaron
very upset that they gave her a freaking spinoff, you guys. She has
no,
this
he
time.
didn't. No. Alex Baskin fucking did that. Alex Baskin did that. He's the one that does all these goddamn spinoffs. Okay. That's the fucking producer that was just on with Sheena that does Vanderpump too. He's the one, I think, pulling the strings, telling people like fucking don't talk about Ventees and let's give Erica a spinoff. Let's do all the ones that don't, they're one hit wonders, they're his.
Yeah.
What's that tell you?
Well, I don't know. She didn't deserve. And then she meets with the people, and I'm just like, but for her to demand an apology is so laughable. She literally said, I don't give a fuck about anybody but me.
I know.
Really?
The thing is, like, you did receive your stolen property, my girlfriend. So it's like, you must have, your entire life was bought for you. Be grateful that but honestly, be grateful you got that, and you're probably not going to have to pay that all back. But just
and her tiger ring. I heard she still has the Cartier tiger ring too. That she still be sporting the Cartier ring.
To have those earrings or deserve any apology because they were just trying to ask her to have empathy. They were just trying to see they were trying to understand where she was coming from, and she didn't like. So it's
and
like
apologize for asking questions.
Right.
You don't apologize for anything, especially asking questions. So no, you're not getting an apology from me. And I wish none of them would have apologized. I wish somebody would have quoted Erica Jane to Erica Jane and been like, I don't apologize. Like, I said what I said. You know what I'm saying? Because why are you crying about this?
I know.
Yay, you had a win, but why should I apologize?
She didn't have a win, though. It was just
that's what we know. She crazy, like you guys.
It's just something they can't prove in court. That's all. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove in court. And they can't prove in their minds or that she knew what she knew or not. They can't prove her, like, or just, it's to me, she just has to, like, understand that, like, people are just gonna have to guess their own morals, whether she did it or not, whether she knew or not. That's just going to be on the people have to decide for themselves when they interact with her, whether you thought she knew or not, because we're never going to know for sure, whether you believe it or not. And we're also past that, but like, she's still going to court for a bunch of shit as we speak. And she's not acknowledging the fact that she received all this money for free. It wasn't hers. Half was his and half wasn't. We don't know. We don't know the difference. That's the problem.
Her entire persona, Erica Jane, was funded from the American Express card that said Girardi Keys, you guys. Her entire persona, Erica Jane, the pretty mess, was funded with a Girardi Keys American Express card that is black. That's been proven.
Yes, you're right.
That's been that Richard attorney guy said that. So for her to demand an apology is literally like her trying to whitewash or Erica wash history. It's like crazy. What is she? Look.
Yeah.
Even if the earrings is a air quote win, you're a loser. If your entire persona is funded off your $40,000 a month glam that you brag to us about, like Teresa bragging about she didn't want to sit on other people's furniture or live in another person's house, and she pulled out those wads of cash and paid cash for the feds to see, and then she wants to blame everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's weird. No. It's weird. She's trying to Erica wash history, and it's not possible. And it's not a win, like Krista said. It's not a real win. It was just like a little. It was a granting of something.
It was nothing. It was just no. All it was the court saying we can't prove it. Actually, it was the appeal. They appealed that when the judge said we know that you bought them with stolen property, stolen money, and then they appealed it. They won the appeal. Just had to go to another court. Okay, that's it. So she probably lost that appeal anyway after the fact. Do you know anything about the new girl with Salt Lake, Larja?
No, I haven't heard about a new girl in Salt Lake.
Oh, okay. There's a girl named Bree or something, and it's fighting with Salty, them over there, the podcast. Apparently,
she's fighting with Salty podcast already.
Okay, so he's Monica's fighting with the Bree girl, or maybe Manny knows, or like John Barlow. That's what made me think of it. Something's with a Bree girl that just joined the cast, but she has 5 accounts or something. She's a troll.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so she's a wannabe Monica?
I guess. I mean, did you hear anything about Salt Lake? What's going on?
I've heard a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you know the story
that they found on her social media.
The Bree girl,
What's
right?
the girl's name?
I can't remember.
Bree.
I do know there was something about her. Like she's very, 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 very conservative, Trump. Which
she had 5 accounts or something.
That's what there's. I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, but like, I don't know either.
But if it is true,
yeah,
you guys can't complain about it because y'all were okay with Monica.
No, they got to bring Monica back then. Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Only fair. It's only fair. Apparently, she's fighting with Monica.
Right.
Salty, where are you? I need you. I need to know
what's her name.
Bree something.
I'm looking in Heather Gay's followings.
You look. I need a pee break. I'll be right back.
Okay, I don't even know who I'm looking for, but I'm looking in like.
Okay, let me get that name for you. Hold up.
Awesome. Yeah, because I have no idea what's going on or where to start for anybody over there. Monica Garcia isn't going to post about the bitch, is she? I mean, I'm sorry, you guys. Monica Garcia. Did I hear SLC problematic social media? I hate that's what they're saying. There's a new Salt Lake City. Nice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't see any place that this person is saying anything. Amy Phillips, Libra season. No. Well, you guys, happy Friday. I hope you guys are having a fantabulous day. I hope you smashed that like button and smashed the subscribe button on your way in to Krista's house today on Whose Side Are You On? Thanks for coming through. If you haven't already rung her bell, why don't you guys take a minute and ring her bell so you can get notified when she uploads videos. If you're joining us on any other platforms, like I see here, Facebook and possibly Instagram, why don't you guys do the same thing and give it a like, a comment, and a share, and do what you can to show that you care, okay? Right on. Happy Friday. Happy Friday in the house. Let's see. Let's see.
Okay, I'm back. Let's run up the steps. God damn it. Okay, did we find out anything? Can you hear me?
I didn't.
All right, let me see. Let me check Instagram.
Yeah, I don't even know where to look. Salty would have it. You know, he likes to post when
oh, wait. So does here's some crazy days and night stuff.
Found it.
Go ahead,
her name
Manny.
is
Okay, what's her name?
Maylee Workman.
Spell it.
Okay, let me put that for you.
Maylee
Workman. Okay, here you go.
Okay. All right, let me look that up. I thought her name was Bree. All right, let me see. Okay. I can Maylee. What was it in? Workman?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. Workman.
I'll put it in the chat.
I can't find it. I can't find her.
You put it in the chat. Let's see.
I Googled her.
Does she have a thingamabob?
She has a Facebook.
Oh,
She's
let me
busy.
see.
Oh, wait a minute. I can do it through here. Hold on.
And that's where they were finding things she was saying. For example, she said, Obama is more of a joke than any comedy I've rented at the RHOBH the last 4 years.
No, she didn't.
Yup.
I heard that. Well, I love everybody gets opinions.
I know. I do. Yeah, let me see. New moon, new energy. I know. I know, and I was like very disappointed to hear that there were some other content creators that were bringing negativity into 2024. It's like so dumb. Like fighting with people again. Like I thought we were all going to leave that negativity in 2023. You know, just saying. New moon.
And then the other girl who was the one being accused of making fan accounts, who apparently has a racist boyfriend. Her name is Brittany Bateman.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Brittany. Okay. That's the one that Monica's fighting with. Okay, hold on. Let me get on here so I can. Okay. He was sending me the DMs and I couldn't get into it because it was so much. I didn't understand what was happening. Salty, where are you? Oh, yeah, now I can't see it. Oh my God. All right. It was a thing. I know there's a whole thing going on, but I don't know. I think I must be tech illiterate. I think I used to be good at this stuff. I don't know where to look for people now. Like I know the messages that I was getting from him, but now they're not there. He's like showing me what was going on. Like he was fighting with somebody or somebody was fighting with somebody. But the Bree girl was involved and Monica was involved and it was pretty bad. It was a lot. I know that. Yeah, I don't have, wait a minute. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so this says
Where are you? Need Bree information. Like, yeah, I mean, that's going to be on. I think on tapping on social media. We're gonna know everything that happens by the time the show starts again.
Chanel Leon just said that Dubai will come out in June.
What's gonna come out in June?
Dubai.
What's that? Oh, Dubai. So, all right. So, what's next? When is Jersey starts? But I'm not going to talk about Jersey. So
June. That's a long time. Wow. They filmed that season like over a year ago.
What, Dubai?
Oh my gosh. So did you see what Salty posted 3 years ago? I mean 3 hours ago?
No. Show us.
Heather Gay has blocked me, but someone sent more screenshots. Here, I'm sending this to you. And just follow this thread.
Share it now.
Let me split my screen and then let me share it. There's nothing to hear on it. Oh, okay.
I need my makeup. I feel like it's like my roller for my face. Ow. I need my makeup thing.
And then go back here and then go here and then do a search for Salty.
Oh, yeah, he did post it.
Housewives podcast, Salty Housewives podcast. Okay. But the only thing is when I show it on the screen on my side, it doesn't freeze for me. Present, share screen, larger curves, Instagram, allow. Okay, so it's allowed to be shared now. You guys can't hear all the stuff it's saying, huh? Oh my God, the reunion looks for Miami were hot, fire. Miami's hot, fire. Did you guys like the reunion looks for Miami?
They did. They always do amazing in Miami. I liked Adriana's. I like Larsa's.
I didn't see them. Oh, here we go.
There they are. It won't stay on there for you guys though, but they all
the
look
Married to
fabulous.
Medicine ones are coming out today later.
Oh, I can't wait. Happy Year of the Dragon, Lunar New Year, everybody. Okay, so this Salty Housewives is posting about this, and then they posted that they edited somebody out of Spain. And then this next slide says, I might be wrong, but I'm not lying. It's a person that Heather Gay is following, but also unfollowed somebody else.
Huh.
Sorry,
I have no idea.
It's rolling through. Just a second. Here it comes.
I feel like traitors. I'm lost.
This is hilarious.
Okay. Oh my god, he's turning me up. They are like
Miami's hot.
Miami's the best.
Fire. Okay, that look one. Marisol did look excellent.
Oh, I like that. You didn't like
Yeah,
that?
I did. I loved it. I loved
Oh,
it.
okay.
I think it's finally coming, you guys. There's a building. Okay, now there's a building. After the building is when it starts. Wow, Heather Gay has blocked me, but someone sent me screenshots of the account she's following. It's horrific. It's been 9 hours after she's been called out for it, and she's still following them. And then they red circle the
Skimping
Heather
and
Gay following. Why is it skipping it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So now this is the account. And this guy is saying, so far this month I've made fun of Jews, blacks, Indians, Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Tucker Carlson, Mexicans, Canadians, guys who wear jorts, gays, and anarchists, and bodybuilders. You can pretend I have some agenda.
There he is.
Yeah, that's him. And then the next one says, improv this, by the way, for some live requests. I know the blacks and their Jewish masters will get their panties in a bunch, but I'll move to another group in March. Don't worry. Happy Black History Month. And Heather Gay follows him. And then this one is saying, I bet you wouldn't say blacks act violent to their face. Oh my God. Yeah, so he is really rude. And Heather Gay loves him.
Well,
Yeah, that's no bueno, Heather.
filming.
Oh, look, and now it's no longer available. So I don't know who this guy is, but Heather Gay follows him.
Elf on a Shelf. I like that outfit. I like that.
Yeah, I said, you've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of Merce in a Purse?
Merce in a Purse. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, and she's quick to unfollow people too.
She
But he
blocks
didn't post anything about he didn't post anything about what we're talking about.
So what do you think about Manny, you watching? So what do you think about Jax? Jax being on Vanderpump next week, and then I guess they're gonna roll it over to the new show. I mean,
I might not watch next week.
I want to watch it. I just want to watch it because I can't stand it. I have not seen him on TV in so long. I'm curious to like how much he's gonna annoy me, Jax. And I'm curious to see how he acts around other people. Like he was always an asshole around the group, but if he has a new group of friends, I'd like to see how that works out. You know, like I just want to see how he acts. Like, is he gonna act like a normal person, or is he gonna be his normal fucking Jax? If he Jaxes, I'm gonna be pissed. Like I need him to be Jason Couchy. I need him to be like, you know, he needs to call his mother. If he calls his mother and then he apologizes to me for calling me Jersey trash, then I will like him again. And I'll be Team Jax. Did I just say that? I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, I need an apology and I need him to talk to his mother again. That's it. But is anybody listening?
I don't know. I need them to do a lot more. I might not watch next week if I have to tolerate Kristen or Jax right now.
Oh God, yeah. I think they're going to be on and
like I think they have to do authentic apologies. Like they're
like
holding Sandoval's feet to the fire for doing what Jax does all day long, and they still haven't made it right with Faith. They still haven't made it right with Faith, and that was almost 12 years ago now, or however long ago. I don't know. It's been too long for no apology.
It was long enough ago that Jax said it in a rap song that pissed off Britney because it was true.
Yeah.
Like when Jax so
wait, I missed when y'all were talking about Beverly Hills. Did y'all like the episode?
Yeah, I like it.
Talk about that one, did I?
It just feels like a filler episode, but I don't mind them not fighting. I mean,
that's what I was gonna bring up because I know there was an episode completely edited out. They had another night in Spain. Yeah, they posted the pictures to prove that they edited. So a lot of people are saying that it's boring.
Because listen,
but here's my problem. It's like, yeah, y'all say y'all don't want the toxicity,
right.
But then when we don't have it, y'all say it's
Right.
boring.
I
Like,
agree.
you know what I mean? Like,
I agree. I enjoyed
the
this.
audience is all over the place.
Liked it. I
tell you,
didn't mind it. I actually liked that it didn't
I like
have
fighting.
the freaking I like that it didn't have the cattiness, and I like that they
Yeah.
got along,
Yes.
and I appreciated it. I did hear a lot of people say it was boring and a
Yeah.
filler episode,
They got to get
but
used
I
to it
like
because
Trevor. I like
yes,
Sutton. It was a cute episode. I didn't mind it at all.
I like the dancing. I like they looked hot in their dresses.
Mhm. Yeah.
And Erica's funny when she's drunk and faking whatever. If it's real, I don't know what she's doing.
So,
You know,
after this Spain trip, do y'all see Anne-Marie any differently?
yes,
Like, at all?
yes,
Okay, good.
If she can maintain
yes.
this level
Normalcy.
of normalcy, correct? This
Okay.
level of normalcy,
Yes.
then it'll be nice. If she gets back home and starts coming in hot all over again, then I'll know that this is something that was fake and that her normal is just coming in hot for no reason.
Okay, I can see that. But did y'all catch when they were letting go, and she said something along the lines of,
Yes.
"Not like there's things that." What did she say? It made it sound like she has problems in her marriage.
Yes, and I said I think she's at home. I think there's something.
Yeah.
And I think
I
she's
wonder had news broke or she was coming down the pipeline that old girl was about to say her husband S8'd her.
I feel like he might be like controlling or something, or like I don't know, like maybe just not. I don't know. I feel like when she snaps, it seems like she's trying to. She wants to control the argument or whatever, but I feel like maybe she can't do that at home. I just feel like something's
That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know? I feel like she tries too hard because maybe he doesn't let her speak. And like she's always maybe yesing him to death, and then she finally gets a chance to argue a point of something. She wants to get it out, and it's like she snaps a little bit. But then when she's a nurse, she's a completely different person. When she was acting like that with Crystal, I was like, I'd want her with me. I'd want her. You know, like if I was in a foreign country, and even if I was fighting with that girl, and then she was there, and like I had to get treatment, I would want Anna Marie. You know what I mean? So like then she just acted a little bit normal the rest of the trip, except when she asked about Erica, what they did. I don't know what her point was doing that, why she had to bring that up, but maybe it was to point Erica out and say, Erica, what did these people do to you again?
Right, yeah. I think she brought it up because Erica was very like negative in her intention. Yeah, when she was like, a lot of y'all contributed to my negative years. So
listen, I'm glad that Crystal apologized only because our perceptions are reality. So if Erica perceives this as hurt and, if not that big of a deal, maybe just apologize to her and get over it. Like, if that's what she needs to be a normal person and be nice. Now,
that's true. I didn't like that she apologized, though. I was like, really, Krista, you're apologizing for saying that you care about victims? But okay.
See, Erica doesn't see it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Erica just feels like her feelings are hurt, and that's all Crystal's apologizing for. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. And I feel like Erica will hold on to that and be Crystal's friend for that. Because that's what Erica is, very surfacey like that. You have to agree with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what makes her softer. Come here, baby. It makes her softer. And if it's fake, it's fake. But I feel like maybe she's trying. I mean, she had a little setback. This is a little setback. But like, even with her dancing and getting drunk, it was funny. And saying Sutton's adorable. What did she say? Sutton's lovely to like all the people. It was hysterical. She's like, we love Sutton. Sutton's adorable. But like, I enjoyed this Erica. I mean, she needs a little like reality check, but still, like, I don't want to see the toxicity anymore. Like you said, it takes years off my life. Like, like and it's like I was even thinking that too. Like, this is boring, but I got to get it in my head. But this is what I'm asking for. Or like I said, they got to make this an ultimate girls trip. Like, they got to take these OGs and like the OC and do it like an ultimate girls trip and get rid of them completely, the entire franchise, and make it the OGs an ultimate girls trip of OC. Do that with Atlanta, do that with Potomac, and if they have to recast. But I feel like we're losing our shows because these people don't want to hang out anymore. We're at that point anymore where the shows aren't good because people don't get along. They don't hang out in real life any longer. They've been years and years of fighting back and forth on all of them. So like,
Well,
unless what? Go ahead.
I just saw a podcast.
Yeah.
That Vicky did with Brandy.
Me too. Go ahead. Yep.
I didn't see all of it, but I saw little clips. She said that someone at Bravo told her they're never going to show that Ultimate Girls Trip at
Right.
Morocco, which
Right.
I'm so pissed about. And she hates Teddy Mellencamp.
Why? Like, listen, because I agree, because like she's a little gnat, and Vicky's an OG. As much as I can't stand Vicky, she's an OG, and I feel bad for the ladies. As much as the cast was a little odd, I feel bad for the ladies that aren't going to get that exposure. You know, like nobody's. You know what's happening with Ultimate Girls Trip? We're actually
Right, because it had Camille there. It had Camille. It had again Phaedra and Eva,
the girl from New York,
Brandy, Caroline,
the chick from France. What's her name?
Tinsley.
No. They had maybe Tinsley, but they had the other chick, Alex.
Oh yeah, Alexis. That was gonna be such a good one. So
but now they're not going to get that exposure because now we are like revamping. That's what's revamping their careers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because those Ultimate Girls trips helped a lot of them get back to the show.
So maybe they should reshoot it, right? And just reshoot it without Brandy and without Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
Because those ladies deserve a chance for us to see again if they can redeem themselves. Because that's the only way that I'm enjoying Housewives. Well, I'm enjoying Miami. I'm enjoying Beverly Hills being fake as much as I can't stand Kyle making up her storyline again. All of a sudden, everything's great. Now, not in real life. I mean, in real life, but like now, because we can see in the future, now they're okay online. And Morgan's nowhere to be found. Morgan's not on her social media. And all of a sudden, she's not supporting Morgan's documentary. And they're not going to promote Morgan. It's like, fucking what the fuck, Kyle? You actually did fuck with us. Think about it. All of a sudden now, her and Mel are working things out. Now that the season's over.
Mm-hmm.
But up until then, we're like, they're getting a divorce. They're getting a divorce. Actually, I'm playing podcasts where people are talking like about his like fetishes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I knew it was fake. They tried to do a
now it's so obvious. Like she really fucking played in our faces for real. Pretended to be mad. Like she was probably mad at him, right? But she just chose this time to like talk about it. It's kind of crazy. Like it's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing?
I think she needs a break from the show.
Yes, I
like Candy just stepped out. I think Kyle should step out too.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, please go.
Yes,
yes, follow in Candy's footsteps.
They need their own show. Kyle, Kim, and Kathy need their own show so they can have creative control of it. We don't have to deal with their fucking horse shit on our show. Get our show back to normal again, where we're not watching Kyle lie and be fake. Because I like Garcelle. I can deal with maybe Dorito. I can deal with Anna Marie now. I can deal with Sutton. That was okay. Watching them in Spain reignited me to be like, okay, I can deal with them minus Kyle. Because Kyle's a fucking problem for me. Because we know
big time.
It's big time. I just can't deal with her lying. And she's broken and she does need a break. So that was like an Ultimate Girls Trip what they just did. I mean, it wasn't long enough, but look how they get along. So that's what they need to do with like OC. We cannot have fucking Tamra on the whole season. She's a horrible person.
Oh, yeah,
she's a horrible.
She is.
She's such a bad person. She's nobody's friend. She's not Shannon's friend. She's going to destroy Shannon. She enjoys Shannon's pain.
Uh-huh. I'm glad. That's why I'm glad they took her out the Traitors real quick.
It's so bad. Yes, it's so bad. Like, think about how bad Shannon's going to feel watching John with Alexis and then Tamra being her friend, not her friend anymore, ditching her, and now being on fucking Alexis's side. And she's going to have to watch that why she's not drinking.
I love Shannon, and she has gone through so much. I mean, her divorce. Do you remember back in the day when freaking Heather Dubrow, wasn't there something about an email that she like? I think Heather.
They kind of like
shared a secret.
Yes, about Shannon's marriage.
Yeah, so Shannon has been going through it since she got on here.
Yes. We've seen her fight with David. We've seen her divorce David. We've seen him come
Shannon
back.
needs a break. Shannon's never really been. Shannon is great TV, but she's never been.
She just hit a house
on TV.
She just hit a house
from the first day she came on. Remember, she was flashing at the people's house because she was thinking they were saying things. Remember how they showed Shannon that first season, and whose house was on the side of the hill, and they went over there, and she was asked to leave, and then she went to Heather Dubrow's house, and she was asked to leave again, And then how she was just so erratic. I don't know. I felt like she's been a lot for a long time, and maybe she's needed a break for a long time, but I love her.
Drinking. She can't stop drinking if this is going to be in front of her face. I'm just saying, in my opinion, if you just hit a house and broke your arm and not much of an accident, drunk,
He shouldn't even be allowed back on the show after hitting houses.
You cannot watch him in a relationship with Alexis on the show. That's your show. And this bitch is coming on stealing your best friend and your boyfriend. And you're going to stop drinking? I don't know, man.
Hey, how about a new rule? If you hit somebody's house because of a DUI, you have to take a mandatory break.
If you fucking get a DWI, you take a mandatory break. I'm just saying, she broke her arm, guys. It wasn't just hitting a house. It was bad enough she hit her, broke her arm, and the dog was in the car with no seatbelt. He was probably hurt. If she could break it, and I'm saying, why are you going to put this in her face? And the fucking producers don't care, obviously. But that's where I'm like, Shannon, step away. If you have a drinking problem, this is not the place for you. John Jansen with his new girlfriend, who's your old friend, and your best friend, who just canceled your show. The three amigos. We are the three amigos.
That's going to break her.
It's going to break her. And it's not cool. And I don't like it. It's not my fucking business, but I don't fucking like it. It's so bad. Her instability. Yes. And it's not cool. Jeff fucking Lewis is our friend as her sidekick for it. What in the world? That's not going to work. He's going to turn on her eventually. And that's not going to be good. One saying, Jeff, you do it to everyone. And I don't know why Tamara gets joy out of fucking Shannon's pain. It makes me sad. Hold on a second.
Well, I can't wait to see that.
I mean, yeah, I feel like it's going to be kind of, I don't know what's going to be. It's going to be really hard to watch for me.
Right. It'll definitely be good.
Yeah,
but
okay,
watch her through that, really. I don't think I can deal with that. I feel so bad for her. She needs to step away. It's not safe. And if she had real friends in her life, they'd be telling her that. She's going to go in there all strong, and she's going to start out real strong, right? Try to, because what else can you do?
If she had real friends in her life, they would have told her that John wasn't into her. Her real friends would have told her John wasn't into her.
Right. Fuck you.
Well, they kind of tried last season.
Not really.
Oh, they did?
Emily
no, in an
and
ignorant way.
Emily and Gina, and she kind of blew up at them. So she was like, so this is what happened last season. Yeah. Shannon would sometimes get on the phone with these ladies, and she would vent to them all the things that John would do. He would body shame her and say that she's ugly, she's fat, all of these things. Yes. So in the moment, Shannon would feel so horrible that she would call these girls, Emily Simpson and them, and would tell them. But then, because it was in the moment, some time would go by and she would forget about it. But the thing about it was that Shannon also wanted the friends to forget about it. So it was kind of
that part doesn't happen as easily.
Yeah. And that's what the whole season was about them saying, like, Shannon, we're worried about you. And she's like, don't put my boyfriend in a bad light. And then they're like, but Shannon, you've told us about him.
He's private. He's private. John Jansen's private. So private.
Oh my God. So she went to bat for him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then crashed in a house. Then a week later, he came out engaged to Alexis Bellino.
She thought they were going to move in together.
Take a break. She needs to take a break. That will break her.
The first time she saw them together. When she hit that house, she saw him with Alexis.
That should let Shannon know. That literally should let Shannon know that the job that she's been at and gave him her life for all these years does not care about her. Because if they cared about her mental stability, like this is different, even though they got this idea from Dr. Heavily asking Sweet Tea to be on this.
That's not the same
even
thing.
Though that
he doesn't like Jay.
The difference is that Quad, like we said earlier, is over Dr. G. She's over Dr. G. And she didn't know Sweet Tea or know of Sweet Tea like that.
And everybody likes
this is like within weeks, all within a shorter period of time to make you feel like, oh, this must have been going on while we was last talking and I thought everything was okay, even though nothing's been okay, obviously. So yeah, there's a difference, but the same, and it's unfortunate. But I think in this case, she's not going to come back with snappy one-liners and like read the whole room with the church when she's supposed to be apologizing. Shannon is not going to do that. She needs to go sit down.
This is going to be bad for Shannon because they're going to make them film together. You know that, right? Like,
yeah, they already filmed one scene actually.
They're filming now. Oh
yes, they had a birthday party, and Tamara brought Alexis without telling anyone. And
it's not Alexis's fault.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's not Alexis's fault because John clearly wasn't into Shannon. So if John was lying to both of them, it's not Alexis's fault that she wanted love and was willing to believe old boy's lies, because he's definitely the problem. He wasn't honest. He didn't just shut it down with Shannon in a very clear way that made her be like, okay, it's obviously over. Let me go get some crystals on my navel. She didn't get to do that this time. This time it feels very confusing to Shannon because she didn't get the closure she wanted. So he's the problem. And if Alexis, poor thing, was lied to, and now she got the ring due to her lie, it's not her fault.
She wanted to get on the show. We know that. I think 99% of this is her wanting to be back on the show. And she saw an opportunity with John Jansen. Not a bad looking dude.
But John didn't even want to go on the show with Shannon. What made her think he was going to go on the show with her?
It just proves he was just fucking her. They used to just go to the bar with Taylor and Taylor's husband, Taylor Armstrong, and drink, go home, and he would sleep with Shannon, and that was it. Remember she said that he would go days without talking to her, and she'd be paralyzed when they would have fight and he wouldn't talk to her.
Yep, I remember that.
Jesus Christ.
She didn't read the writing on the wall. She's not good at this whole
she said don't talk about it. She didn't want him to hear that we called it a relationship. He's like, we're not in a relationship. She's like, don't talk about it. It's private because she doesn't want us to say we're in a relationship.
Telltale signs. Everybody who's go ahead and take a little note to self. If you're not talking about the relationship you're in with the person you think you're in a relationship with, chances are you're not in a relationship.
I know. Yeah. That NT shit is fucked up. NT. I mean, I
know that she doesn't get it, you guys. That's sad. How old is
she? That's a shame. That's what's a shame about it. If she doesn't stop drinking, that's another thing. She needs this. It was not just one mistake. You made a series of bad fucking decisions, drunk, Shannon, and erratic, neurotic. That you're, she's, how she is. Exactly, we see exactly what happened because we know how Shannon is. She's like, oh my god, John, I gotta get and drunk, and she's like trying to drive, and she hits a house. Oh my god, and then she tries to. Oh my god, the car breaks her arm. Who knows? Archie probably just flying out the window. We don't know. All of a sudden, she's walking him down the fucking street with a broken arm, and the cop's like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing? You just hit a house." And Shannon's like, "No, I didn't. I'm walking the car. I'm walking my dog." Like, mistake. No, it's not a mistake. It's a fucking bad decision at 60 years old that you should fucking know better. And everybody's like, "Oh, she never did it before. She's never driving drunk." What, really? Everybody has at one point. Okay, so don't fucking say she's never driving. That was a fucking quick decision. That's not something you just make a quick. If you never did it before and you're wasted, you don't just make that decision that quick and put your dog in risk in your life when you're only 5 minutes away. She was wasted, acting like a nutcase. And that's what's going to happen.
Joanne said they did try to tell her.
She should not have a license. She should not have a car. And Archie should not be around her because this is going to break her if it hasn't already. Shannon Bedore, listen to us. Back out now. Exit stage left. Gracefully.
Stage left.
Like Candy, back the fuck out. Fuck these people. They're not your friends. The show sucks.
They're not your friends.
And the show sucks anyway.
This job will only give you a plaque at the end of 20 years of service or a nice watch, and you'll end up in the loony bin. And they're not even giving you guys health insurance, Shannon. Think about it. They're not even going to pay your bill to go get your head right after exposing you to this type of trauma.
Participation trophy. That's it. You all get a participation trophy. That's it. That's all you get. And it's like, see ya. And then you're like irrelevant. And then you're like, fuck, now what? And then you got like 9 little kids in your house. You got fucking,
all of these people, kids get to go rewind and see how their moms and dads behave for reality TV.
In every country and every language. Repeatedly. And they don't get anything. 2 things with Reckoning. 1, I think they should have health insurance. I believe. 2, there should be a clause if you have a mental illness that you diagnose it, or you have addiction or some kind of addiction, you maybe put that as a clause that you shouldn't maybe drink. And then because you can't blame Bravo when you start drinking and losing your shit, because you have an issue. You chose to go onto the show that you know is saying pushes alcohol or mental illness. So there should be some kind of clause there. And I think Bravo definitely should have a fourth wall broken when something's going on, like what they did on Below Deck. That should be allowed no matter what.
If she gets on Ozempic, then she'll have to stop drinking. So she should go on some Ozempic.
They should step in and not
lose
let her
those last 10 pounds. She'll stop drinking. It'll be like imposed rehab because you get violently ill if you drink while you are on Ozempic, and plus it can hurt your kidneys and all kind of stuff. So
that's a good
So
incentive.
she could go on Ozempic and do the Kyle sobriety. That's the only reason, in my opinion, that Kyle's sober, is because she's taking Ozempic. I don't think she did it for any reason, because she wants to still do the splits, but she can only do them drunk.
She needs to be like, she really needs to, like, I don't know who's in her life that her daughter's got to be telling her mom this is not a good idea. I can't believe they're filming it. Where do we find this stuff at, Manny? Like on Reddit and like Twitter and stuff? I just don't look for stuff.
Yeah, Twitter.
Twitter's fucking evil. And Reddit's
I know, it really is.
Reddit is evil though. Reddit is Twitter's evil twin.
Damn.
Oh, I don't indulge in either.
Reddit is so bad. Jeff Lewis obsessed. That was horrible.
Also, I heard Sonya's out.
Sonya's out of what?
Sonya's from Atlanta.
Sonya's out of...
Oh, she was at Marlo's birthday party the other day.
Oh, Sonya's out. Oh, wow.
I could see her being out. I could see her having her baby and her husband being like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
They needed to
by
redo
myself.
That recast anyway. Are they recasting it or what?
Sonya wasn't a good fit, in my opinion.
Kenya might or might not come back. She's been giving kind of like mixed messaging on her interviews because she's promoting a Lifetime movie that she's doing. Which,
who?
Huh?
Who are you talking about?
Kenya Moore.
Oh, Kenya. Okay, yeah. So Kenya might not come back.
She might or might not.
She should.
Sheree, I think she might come back.
See, they need to make it. They none of them need to come back. They need to recast the entire thing, don't you think? If Candy's not going to be there, fucking cast it and leave Marlo.
Candy wasn't an anchor to recast, I don't think.
Candy,
I feel like
he should have been there.
I feel like Candy has a good idea in X being stage left, and I feel like Ken needs to follow suit. And I feel like Sheree, they need to just hang it up already. They've tried every which way from Sunday to make her an integral part of this cast, and it always comes off like everything she does has already been done. A pajama party, this, like, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, she does good, whatever. Go sit down, Sheree. I like her on Traitors, though. I'm like,
I don't like Sheree at all. I don't like she ain't shipped by Sheree. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
But I noticed on Traitors, she doesn't talk a lot.
Martell, I was like sick. I said, "Ooh, that's the Martell she was with." I thought he was at first. I was like, "Oh, he was a nice guy." I didn't know who Martell was.
Yeah.
And then I knew who he was, and now it makes me sick.
Martell. And
I
she
don't like
aligned
her.
herself with that guy. And she aligned herself with him, knowing the history of the story. Anyway, but
I think that
all of them. Go ahead.
I think that Sheree joggers. I think she should stay, because don't you think like we need someone in the show who's a little delusional?
But we can find somebody else. Okay, we can find somebody else. I'm just saying.
You're delusional. You're delusional.
Because she does have like a few funny moments every once in a while.
We're gonna give it a Potomac too.
But I'm just so glad Candy's gone.
I'm not.
Why? She wasn't bringing anything.
I love her.
No, in my opinion,
I think
Krista, you're gonna disagree. Candy is one of the reasons Atlanta has been failing.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
I think Portia leaving and Nene leaving is why it went downhill. Actually,
right.
I mean, but
like with them gone, the show's not interesting with Candy. She can't carry a show.
I don't know why was she the highest paid one though? Because she was been there so long, or because she
and because she kind of like ratted out Nene.
Candy was the highest paid housewife in history, $2 million.
Yeah, she had the power.
That's why I got rid of her too, because
since she left, there hasn't been an HBIC, and Candy wasn't it. She was code number 2 with Kenya, and Kenya won't be it by herself. I don't believe Kenya needs to go have a great time with Brooklyn, and then maybe come back on a dating show. That would be cute.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
here's what we need to do.
oh wait, is Kenya still with the guy though? The French
No.
guy?
No, they finally got a fake divorce after their fake marriage.
No. The guy that she was with last season, Kenya.
Oh, the Israeli
I would like to
guy.
see her with
Roy.
him, maybe if she was with a guy. I'd like her when she's with somebody.
Well, yeah, she only has someone when it's time to
When it's
film.
time for filming.
Yeah, she rents them. And then
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
What
She's a
the
bona
fuck?
fide rent-a-center.
Wow. Yeah, that's wild. Manny, when does Valley start? Do you know? Is it? I think it's
They still
I don't know,
haven't
but Drew doesn't
said.
need to come back either.
Who?
Queen's Court.
Drew.
Oh
Drew
yeah,
doesn't
let's
need
get rid of her. She
No,
lies
Yeah.
too
I want
much.
Eva to come back. I want to know what the hell happened with Mike. I think Eva's story was, I don't know, fucked up. I didn't know
He is
that.
having a
Like,
great time over on All the Queen's Men. If anybody wants to, if any of the ladies in the chat
Yeah.
have not been to a good strip show and would love to see a great strip show, go see All the Queen's Men. They do full frontal nude
Wait,
on
where?
there,
On the
and it's on BET Plus, and it has Bolo. The Bolo is a
No.
stripper in this, and they've shown him before, you guys.
Okay.
It's insane. So
I
I don't
saw
think
it
he
on
was coming
Hulu.
back. I don't
No,
think.
she
If I
said
was
she
I
never
would
would.
go. Yeah.
She said she would never come back. She didn't like it. It just wasn't her.
Either.
Mhm.
I can't believe what happened with her and Mike. I can't believe he turned out to be he got a DWI or something, or he turned out to be not like a good guy. The one that she married.
Oh, I didn't
Well, I
hear
don't
her.
know. I mean, he did
I heard
adopt her daughter and everything, so I don't know what
I
went
know,
on.
and I heard he like was an alcoholic again or something, and like they divorced. I was like really fucked up. I heard last year something about it.
I heard that
It's really sad,
allegedly. So okay,
Yeah.
so somebody looked at the apology he did. So she filed for divorce, remember?
Yeah.
And then he did like a public Instagram, I'm gonna do everything I can to get my wife back. Apologies. So that made a lot of people feel like that's the type of apology you hear when the man cheated on her. And how
Yeah.
dare his goofy ass looking ass cheat on Eva the Marcel, and she finally was just like, it's not worth it, and bowed out. But that's allegedly what they said happened, was that he's allegedly stepped out. But she didn't even say nothing about it. She just went on her little shopping spree. She shops to cope, you guys. I have a couple of lives of her where she was shopping to cope through it, buying Gucci. She's Gucci preferred.
Because I feel bad that she went through so much too to be happy, and then that
Okay, I need to tell y'all something.
Yes.
So, I've heard rumors that Phaedra might come back to Atlanta Housewives because Quad is coming back to Married to Medicine next season, and Dr. Heavenly and Quad were hanging out. I think it was 2 days ago, so they're cool now. Apparently, all they wanted to do was teach Quad a lesson, but she's going to be back. So, with Quad being back, there's really no need for Phaedra to be on Married to Medicine. Andy went on his radio podcast the day after Candy's announcement at the Grammy saying that she was going to leave. And Andy said, quote, not that Candy's gone, it gives us room to move the puzzle pieces around that we needed. And now listen to this interview that Kenya gave today. Hold up, let me see if I can play it.
Can you share? Or do I have to let you share?
Can y'all listen?
Whispers about what may or may not be happening.
Okay.
We've got Portia coming back. How would you feel about that?
I would love that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the fans would love that. I would love it. You know, we've had some magical moments on TV. I think that it would be brilliant casting. And maybe some other oldies but goodies.
Well, yeah, so some of those other names floating around, Phaedra is being tossed.
Maybe, yeah. Well, are the fans ready for Phaedra? If they are, I'm all here for it.
We've had Phaedra.
Definitely turned the franchise on its head.
Well, the Phaedra we are watching today on The Traitors is very different than the Traitor the
Is it though?
The Phaedra we knew.
Is it though?
Well, resurfaced in her time on The Traitors, a clip from that infamous reunion.
Sit your ass down.
Yeah, so it's a possibility.
Saw her also, Emmanuel, in an interview with Cynthia Bailey, who I saw on Two Teas in a Pot. I think she has a podcast too, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, they were on something, Kenya and Cynthia Bailey, and they were talking about, can you believe Favors on the Traitors? Would you have guessed she was a traitor? And Kenya was like, of course, that would have been the first person I thought was a traitor. You forget, I know her.
Yeah, but she doesn't even choose to be the traitor. It's not even like Stranger chooses to be the traitor. Somebody chooses to be. You know?
Hey, Miss Kiki. Right on.
I'm saying hi to our largest people. Hello, everybody that's in largest chat. And hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us on our random chat now. What else? What are we missing? Are we missing a franchise to talk about? What are we missing? Talking about Atlanta. We talked about Potomac. Potomac, what are we going to do? Giselle's got to go, Manny.
Giselle's got to go. So next season, these are the people that need to go. Giselle.
Yes. Okay.
And Wendy.
Need to go or stay?
Go.
Wendy?
Yes.
Okay, give us your argument for Wendy.
Wendy has no friends on this show. Her and Candace have an alliance. They're friendly with each other. But we have caught Candace throwing shade and throwing Wendy under the bus on her confessionals. And they do it. They both do it to each other. I don't think they're real friends. I think at the end of the day, Candace would much rather be friends with Robin and Ashley. Hence why she keeps making up with them. And it's okay. You know, everyone can like who they like. And unfortunately, they don't like Wendy. Wendy doesn't get along with any of them. So who else is she friends with on the cast? No one really. I mean, she's okay with Karen, but she has problems with everybody else. She hasn't been going to the events. She didn't go to the Mother's Day brunch. She didn't go to NECA's housewarming.
Yeah, you're right.
I could see Wendy. And listen, I know y'all love her.
Wendy doesn't need the show either. Wendy is like successful in her own right anyway. And now they have Zen Wen and Happy Eddie. They don't need the show.
Oh yeah, that's about to be $1 million thing for their kids.
Yes, they are going to make it. That's going to turn the boat. I feel like it. And I think Candace is not the problem. They have a problem with her. We see into the future, Manny. We know now that Giselle has hired a fake mistress, and right now, old Candace, past Candace doesn't know yet. But in the future, we know that this is happening. So I can't really get on board with Candace being like the bad person because we have people trying to take her marriage down.
Right, and let me tell you, I wasn't always the biggest Candace fan, especially with Monique. I thought I was team Monique on that. Me too. But I love Candace, and I honestly think that she could be the main character of the show.
Force multiplier.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it's time for Giselle to take a break.
Giselle and Slavin. Because they need to take.
Slavin has to go.
They need to learn.
She is a liar. She doesn't share her whole life. She gets mad when people ask her questions while she tag teams the freaking Gizzard neck. She tag teams with Gizzard for season after season after season on all these other hoes. And then the first time they get a chance to ask her a question, she cries. She sits on a curb. She's the ever victim. And they're doing exactly what she did for how many seasons now? But now it's a problem. Whatever. Just like Candace says, why is the bar always moving? Why are we always switching it up? Now that it's my turn, you know what I'm saying? Happy African American History Month. Like, what's going on? Why we always got to switch it up? She got to go. Her friend got to go. And their ankles got to go. Sharice, why is she even freaking coming back? You're not trying to do nothing except for stir stuff up every chance you get. You're the one that's not trying to make a real connection with anybody. The only reason people are talking to you is because they know that it irks Karen, who they really don't like. So if you want Wendy off the show, you're going to have to by proxy want Karen off the show, who at least shows up, but they don't want her there. They're not really her friend. And as far as friends go, I don't think that any of them really hang out IRL unless it's pre-shooting and pre-promotion. And then we don't see them like just kicking it. We follow them in social media, but we don't really see them posting with each other a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a prerequisite on the shows. Wendy deserves to say, Nika better not come back on my screen. And if she does, she better not be acting the same next season if they allow her to come back because, dude, she's like, it's weird how much she's It's
The
weird.
curves. Do you realize that
She's
the
gonna
same treatment Wendy is giving to Nika is the treatment that she's been complaining that Giselle and Robin do to her? That's why I don't like Wendy, because she's a hypocrite. This girl, you went off talking about don't skip the steps. You gotta go through the right steps. This woman came to her event and pulled her to the side and said, "Wendy, can I speak to you? Can we meet so we can talk about everything?" And did you see the way Wendy was like, So it's like, who? I don't understand her.
An episode
Yeah.
of Wendy that I don't like.
No, so
I
for
get
Nika,
it, Carrie.
I mentioned earlier my synopsis is Nneka could have had the same little sit down that her and Robin went and had before they got to the pickleball thing. She could have had that, should have been with Wendy, her sister from Nigeria, who you're coming on here with. But no, she had an agenda, and the agenda was to plant seeds of disdain all amongst the people, get everybody rallied up. Oh, she did what? She did what? She did what? A voodoo priestess? Who? And then you get in front of everybody at the pickleball place. And when I politely am like, what are you talking about? You're like, bitch. And then when I tell you later that that was what you did to me and I didn't appreciate that on top of how you did everything, like, why didn't you call me? You have my number. If it's really about us being friends, why have this nice little cute sit down right here? If it's really about it, because this should have happened then. So why is my reaction to that, Nneka, the problem? Because I feel like you came for me, and in my defensive mode and fight or flight, I'm choosing to defend myself like this, and I might say or do some otherly things, but it's because you brought it to me the way you did. So don't come to me now at a dinner talking about, oh, I think we need to restart nothing. Nope. I get as much time as I need to reconcur the cock, okay? Because you came in too hot, darling.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Chris. If somebody's mother called you, okay, and said, or they called your cousin or whoever, and they said they were going to put your name on a shrine, you wouldn't bring it up?
I would have, in real life?
Yeah, real life.
F a reality show? And I had the lady's number? I would have been friend. Or almost wanting to be friend. Your mama just called me and said this, that, and the other. What is it? What's happening? What's going down? I would have handled it in real time with that person right then. But that's how I handle stuff. And I get in a little trouble sometimes. But that's how I do things. I'm not trying to rub the dog's nose in it an hour later. When he don't know what's going on, I'm addressing the problem right then so that I can train my friend and my dog how I expect to be treated in this relationship.
Yeah, I get that. And I think Nneka agrees with you, because she herself said that she regrets bringing it up that way she did in the pickleball event. She says that she wished she could have had a one-on-one before. But I could see how she got mad because Wendy cussed at her.
Was it after she called her a bitch in front of everybody at the pickleball thing?
This is how it went down. When Wendy was antagonizing her, as she usually does. So Nneka says, let me clear that ish up. Wendy says, clear it the F-U-C-K up. And that's when Nneka was like, I am, bitch. And that's how it went. So you could argue that Nneka was the one who said S-H-I-T.
And Wendy called her a crackhead too.
Oh yeah, Wendy called her a crackhead.
In the same episode, I'm talking about the very first pickleball thing is what I'm talking about. So at pickleball, when they were sitting down, and she said across the table to Wendy, your mama da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da. And Wendy said, who? What? Whatever she said. The next thing Nneka said, what I heard on my TV,
went like this.
Was bitch.
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. What minute was that? What's the marker? What's the marker? Damn it! Because I'm gonna go back and rewatch. And you know I love to get corrected.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna find it.
Listen, it was Wendy ignored her. Nneka said Wendy. I don't know. Wendy didn't say hi to her or something. They ignored each other. NECA, I don't know, must have said something like I think NECA started it, right? And then
I
Wendy
feel like NECA started it. Yeah.
She did. NECA was fucking wrong the first day, but Wendy acted strange that first fight.
She
and
did.
I don't know if it's because she didn't know how to handle the fucking all of a sudden this like attack on her. Like the woman's like saying stuff about her mom and like, you know, I think that, but I didn't like crazy I didn't like how her husband went after Eddie. I thought that was odd.
Yeah,
but
that was weird. And
men
don't do that. My husband looked at that scene.
But I
was like, when you do some shit like this, I was like, just watch for a second.
No, I think Wendy did it, and Wendy should have said something. Wendy was probably on that Facebook unfucking following him and made it look like, and like, I'll call my husband, and then she should have said something. I did it. Like Wendy should have said I did that. I don't like how I handled it.
We
but
know
I don't like
as content creators, also you guys, we know that shit unfollows people all the time. People get unsubscribed from me all the time, and I get unfollowed all the time by people that are like, I was just following you.
Okay.
So maybe the algorithm even did it, you guys.
I don't like the.
You guys, I found it. Hold up.
Oh look, Amy Willer said Wendy goes first. Oh look, maybe
okay, listen to this.
come out.
Oh wait, she caught her crackhead somewhere else. I think she caught her crackhead in Texas on the trip. Wendy's like, were you going to go smoke and crack somewhere again or something? Like,
yeah, she said, go back to LA and smoke that crack.
Why is she doing a?
She said that before she called her a Bia?
No, I think NECA called her a
after, but I mean, if you are a professor, I would expect you to be more aware of
and then
accusations.
Which is odd.
Hey, maybe she heard that in LA she was hanging around crackheads. Who knows?
Okay, you guys, listen to this. Listen to this.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me play this.
I heard and I'm aware of the phone calls your sister made to my in-law about me being part of this group. And I'm aware of the phone call that your mom made to my in-law saying that she submitted my name to a shrine. And threatening to send my in-law's name to a shrine.
Mindy goes.
My mom? Your mom said those things. Sweetie. I never told her. What in-law? Who's your in-law?
You see, let me pause that for a second. NECA said the call your mom made, and Wendy's response is, I never called you. But let's keep going.
My in-law, Levette, my in-law. I never called her.
You see, she said, I never called her.
Sister called Levette, and you were on the other line. Now you're switching up. You just said I called her. I didn't call her. I said your sister. You just said. Stop it. She just said I called her. Let me clear that shit up. So clear the up. I'm clearing it up, bitch. You're talking about. Wow. Bitch. I've been nothing but nice to you, and you call me a bitch. This is your fault. This is not my fault.
Ah, shit. Guys, I gotta go. My food's outside. You guys there? Hello?
Sorry.
Manny, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go, right?
Yeah, I gotta go get my Instacart food, but I was gonna wait till you're done playing that thing because yeah, I think that it was a poor choice of trying to argue about something to argue about. Because submitting your name to a shrine, what her mom said was, I said I will pray for you or something like that. That's all.
Yeah.
Right?
But,
something like that.
But it was NECA's voice.
I'm Catholic too. I would say the same damn thing. I have candles. I have it's not a shrine. I have candles and like a cross, but it's not a shrine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like candles all the time.
That was NECA who swore first. She said shit first, and then she said bitch, right?
And fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So she popped off. She came in way too hot.
She tried to have a moment, and it failed. It was a flop. But Wendy didn't handle it right.
That was super. You know, I don't even use the word aggressive with my sisters, but that was very aggressive. Like 3 swears over your mom said she was going to pray for me. Like, really?
Because you were calling and saying my name all around town, using my name as clout. Again, I think there was a call, but I think it was, hey, stop using my daughter's name. I already got some things going on in the press calling us, oh, Sue, I don't need you using my name right now because I don't know who's talking about me. That was probably the call. And they were probably like, hey, we're family, blah, 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 blah.
But can you see how even making that call already causes tension between them?
But that's not Wendy's fault. And
well, then Wendy needs to tell her mom to zip it.
She did, kind of. I mean,
in the middle of the argument, she's not expected to call her mom and fix it right then. Right then, she's going to be super defensive. She's going to say weird shit because Wendy is too analytical. She's not just going to come back at you. She needs to think about stuff. So in the meantime, she's going to say stupid stuff. And then later, she has a plan. So she sat down with her mom on camera and was like, now, she says that you're burning candles on her mother and da 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 da. So she did it the way she needed to do it. And I don't see NECA's point. NECA doesn't have a leg to stand on. She doesn't. Why did she go to Robin first? Why did she go to Ashley first? Why did she go to everybody on the show other than the person whose number she had first, unless she was attempting to stir them all up, get them rallied with her somehow, make them think something about them, and then also prop her up when she's cussing out Wendy in front of these people that she's known for years. And this random noob is going to come into your midst and cuss out this queen who has been amongst you and get a pass from everybody, and then everybody in their confessionals is going to double and triple down about her mother being a voodoo priestess. This is ridiculous. Nobody sees this as insane but me. I mean, whatever. That is a totally separate thing. And
no. I think it's insane. I just think they both, NECA wanted a moment. It didn't work out. Wendy didn't bite. Wendy acted odd about it. And now she's kind of being weird, but I'm agreeing with them. I think Wendy's doing better, but Wendy doesn't need the show. But also, I feel like it's a stupid fight. And they should just make up and just be up on together.
That's the point. NECA's trying, but as you saw from the preview, Wendy's gonna get up and leave. And I do wish they could be cool because together they would be like a force. And I love the scenes NECA has been filming with her sister and.
Yeah, I think she's going to try to get her own show. I heard, allegedly, maybe. Did you hear that?
Well, yeah, maybe the sister should replace Wendy. That would be fun.
But I think Candace is Wendy's friend there too, for real though. I don't think it's fake.
Yeah, I think they are IRL too. But I hope they can get it back together. If NECA can realign her chakras and decide she wants to be herself instead of trying to make moments, then she could fit in. I'll give everybody a second chance. Maybe she can come back next year and act right. Who knows? We're really deep into the episodes, right? Like they only have a couple episodes left, right?
Giselle and Robin.
Yeah. So, and also this fake tension that is over here. Okay. Wendy could let it go, and Wendy's mother means everything to her. So her never talking to this woman again is quite possible. I have had a very good friend. We used to party. And then one day she was partying without me, and that bitch called my house and cussed my mama out. And I was like, what, bitch? Oh, man. And I called her back and cussed her out and never talked to her again. Just never talked to her again. She tried to call and explain. It was blame it on the alcohol. What? My mom had never done anything to you, lady. So that had to just be on your heart. If it was a random drunk call, that made it even worse. You know what I mean? Her, it was freaking laser surgery. I have never talked to her again. Never talked to her again.
Good. So that's like Nicki Minaj.
I can understand Wendy doing that to this lady because it's an embarrassment on national TV. You're sitting here calling my mom a voodoo priestess. Even if you thought that, how our culture is, why would you take this opportunity to do this to me en masse like this? They could have had a moment before. And everything she did at that lunch was too much. I don't think that she's made amends enough for me. And if it ain't enough for me, I know it's not enough for Wendy. She hasn't made amends enough for those actions at the initial thing. She just thinks that who is she? She thinks she's noob enough that she can just come in and stir some shit and we just moving on? No, we're talking about it. We're going to have to talk about it. And then after we talk about it, I'll decide after that. But we haven't even had a conversation. So this little let's move on conversation that she looks like she's trying to have with her in this upcoming episode. Nope, there's still another conversation that needs to happen. I still need some more time to see where you was coming from, girl. You brought my mom into it on national TV. First Osu. First Ashley got me thinking you called us Osu, so I'm already on edge.
Mm-hmm.